All right. This ain't going to be a long show. Tonight's show that I was going to do about, obviously, I'm just trying to learn, about age of consent in Islam versus Sikhism. And we'll find out why, people in certain Muslim countries are still marrying children as grown-ass men. That will be probably done tomorrow. I need to go through Fudu Faz's stream. I'll be honest with you, last night I fell asleep. I couldn't be bothered. So I'll do it tomorrow. Depending on what he said in there will be how brutal I'll go on my one. Yeah. So we'll see how much he said. It'll be, let's just say, it'll be like a like for like. Depending on how disrespectful he was, we'll determine how disrespectful I'll be on that stream. So let me just send out, because this is going to be more of just a quick conversation between me and Trilla. Obviously, he's still going over to Fudu Faz's, and just want to have a little chat with him, Just want to have a little chat to him. And so let me just send in the link. While I do that, I'll just share a video quickly. A nice little treat for everybody. Here you go, guys. Here you go.
Till he say stop.
You ready?
Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
Which
Mommy, why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying?
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
You ready?
Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying?
Beautiful.
Let me lick you up
Look at her.
and down till he say
I wonder
stop.
why I said no.
Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying?
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
You ready?
Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying?
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
Oh, that wasn't long enough. Let's do it again. I'm not finished yet. Sorry, guys. A little bit more.
Till he say stop.
Which
Mommy,
angle? You ready?
let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till he say stop.
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying?
Which
Mommy,
angle?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till he say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
You ready?
Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
Where's
Tell me
Shad gone?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
Where's
Tell
Shad
me
gone?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Tell
Where's Shad
me
gone?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
You ready?
Wow. I mean, can you wonder why I mean, everyone must be wondering why I didn't accept her marriage proposal 25 years ago. What a beautiful, beautiful voice. What a beautiful voice. Yeah. So I'm waiting for Trilla. Now, before I go on, this ain't really like I know I've titled it Raj versus Rajinator versus the Trilla-Nator. There isn't really going to be too much fireworks. I'm not in the mood, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit tired. I don't want to explain why. Actually, I can't say why, but basically just a bit tired. And I just want to have a conversation with him because the thing is that I truly believe that, he's done his best on the Fudu Fazs show. He's tried, but it's pointless. Yeah, it's pointless. Just give up now and say, okay, you tried your best. And then what you do is just move on. And once the Sikh shows are finished in the next year, because obviously he's going to do one more year, then yeah, fair enough, go back on there, man. But until then, Trilla's there. Let me have a look. Okay, Trilla.
Yo, what's happening, Raj?
Yeah, man. Ganja ho gaya, ban gaya aaj. What's happened?
Well, we're not doing a Sikh show, so
God.
I know no need to
Do you know
cover
what?
my head.
Yeah, now that I'm talking to you, I know you're 6'3", 6'4". I'm
Oh,
looking at you in a different light. I thought for some reason you was like, similar size to me, man.
yeah, but I told you before, I'm not like I haven't been training. You know what I mean? So I've got.
I can imagine if you was really bulky, you must look freaking mean, man.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard to train like that, man. For me, I keep getting these little niggles, little injuries and stuff. So I just take it easy, man. I just do a little bit.
You turn the camera off. We don't want Amy to start salivating over her poppadom, Indian poppadom. She's probably going, "Oh, I want a bit of that curry, mate."
But I will. For people who might look at me a little differently, they'll be like, "Oh, I should say, why would you call so? Why would you keep it?"
Why did you get that, man? So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, look, we're going to try and keep it short and sweet, yeah. Actually, do you know what? Yeah, why have I got you bigger than me, man? You're going to have to be small. You're used to being taller in taller in real life. Let me say a couple of hellos first, dude, man. And
go for it.
So, like I said, I'm not here to fight. I'm not here to really, go crazy. I just want to kind of just reason with you and put my case forward that I think you've done enough. And that's it. Stop going on the Sikh shows. I'm just talking about the Sikh shows here. I'm not talking about stop going on there. I'm just going to give my case forwards as to why I believe no Sikh should go onto the Sikh shows. And then you can decide if you want to go or not. But I'll prove to you categorically, yeah, in my opinion, that they have no respect for Sikhs on that show. Yeah. And every video is there to disrespect Sikhs. That's fine if he wants to do that. But we just won't play his game. Yeah. Just don't play the game. Just don't. This is why even Tolochan's like, I'm not going on. Now, me and Tolochan don't get on. And even he's like, look, I know they're disrespecting. So why go on there? It's not like they're doing shows to, really learn. Yeah. So if they were, that'd be one thing. But you know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. Even the show I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not there to learn. Yeah. I'm there to take the piss. And I'll be honest with you. Yeah. That's why the title of the show is titled the way it is. Let me just say 1 minute. Let me just quickly say a couple of hellos. Manny Cinder, big up Scarlet Fox. Trilla's here. Obviously, your Trilla S-Sing. Purple Effect, your best mate. All right, and they all know the odds, man. Come on, Purple Effect, man. Give him a little bit of leeway, man. Hand Spam, he's another one. And they all know, man. I've just turned the volume. Can I take a voice? S-Sing, calm down, calm down. Mani Sundar, yeah. Oh, obviously, here's the biggest pussy. Oh, dude, make my documentary, you little bitch. I need to launch my political career. You're on the internet 24/7. When is my documentary coming out? Amy's here, you know, your fish and chips to your curry and potato chips. Troublesome Trill, big up. I think he's a Sikh guy as well. Oh, Dave's here. Dave. Big up, big up. Who else is there? Captain Bloodfire, the Christians. We're gonna prove some stuff about Christians as well today. Am I here? I don't know who that is. Yeah, that's it. All right, so you can just respond to what I said before if you want, and just kind of give me your take, Trilla.
Yeah, I mean, dude, firstly, for me, right, when it comes to, I had that same impression, right, in the beginning when Fazs started making these shows. Like, basically, you know, I didn't go on, you know, for like quite a few of the majority of them in the beginning. At the same time, you know, when it came to like me listening to some of these guys talking about some of the things about Sikhi, I did think to myself, oh man, this is like hard for me to listen to when it's like they're so, you know what I mean? They don't know about this, they don't know about that, and they're just like, you know, having certain people who have been, you know, even on your panel and, you know, other panels as well, just talk about it amongst themselves. And I was just like, oh man, this is really painful to listen to, because it's like they, you know, they're missing the obvious kind of thing that I already know. And I thought to myself, I could, you know what I mean, just help out, you know, to give them some direction. At the same time, yeah, I thought it'd be a good way for me to speak to other people, because again, you know, there's lockdown and you know, stuck at home, you know what I mean, everything else. I haven't been seeing people, obviously, because I'm not allowed to in that regard, you know, like chilling with my mates and having a conversation with them. And at the same time, like one of my mates pointed out, you know, like I can talk about these kind of things with my mates, my Muslim mates, for example, right? Quite comfortably, you know what I mean? And even they don't get it sometimes, you know what I mean? So I get that. And but at the same time, it's like I'm comfortable with them. Do you know what I mean? So it's different when we talk as well. I can kind of probably talk a bit better, more freely. With these guys, they're new to me. They're like strangers, right? So it's a different ball game where, you know, obviously I should try to be more politer and everything else, but at the same time, I've learned quite a lot about myself in terms of like, you know, I'm not very smart. You know, I don't know much about Sikhi, and you know, some of the questions that they do say are quite smart, and I don't know the answers to them. So it gives me a bit of motivation.
Are you saying smart questions like? All right, so are you saying smart questions like, why can you not eat halal meat? You're an Islamophobe. They can't. So all right, so let me give you an example of how stupid they are. They're telling you that not eating halal meat means you're an Islamophobe, you hate Muslims, but they're not allowed to eat anyone else's meat. They're not allowed to eat the Jews. All right, so they're not allowed to eat the Jewish meat. They're not allowed to eat the Christians' meat. They're not allowed to eat Hindus' meat. They're not allowed to eat any. And I don't mean meat in that way, you dirty buggers. I'm talking about actual meat. So when they're sticking, because I'm going to play that bit of the audio, when they're sticking it on you, oh, how come you can't eat halal meat? That's our religion, yeah? Whether you like it or not, that's our religion. The same way you are not allowed to eat non-halal, we're not allowed to eat kosher or halal or anything that's kind of being killed in that way, yeah? So can you not see the absolute hypocrisy of them gunning for you about not being able to eat halal meat and saying all Sikhs hate Muslims because of that, but they can't eat no one else's meat, to the point where they have now forced the schools to start serving halal meat, yeah, in the schools, yeah? This is the point. This is one thing what I'm trying to say to you about that.
All right, so before you do play like a clip of, you know, things like when it comes to panelists, right, talking the way they want to talk, firstly, dude, yeah, it's more or less an open panel out there, right? Obviously, Fazs decides who comes on and, you know, takes them off if they're being inappropriate, if he feels they're being inappropriate, right? So the thing is, people are going to have, see, I want people to be honest, right? And it is, you're going to have more honesty in that regard, and people are going to be more emotional and things like that, like myself included, yeah, on these open panels, you know, because you really don't know who you're going to be talking to, things like that, right? So you can, that people can get a little bit more passionate than others when it comes to certain things, right? And like how some panelists have said, they don't know much about Sikhi, so it might be a bit of a shock, you know what I mean, to them, and they might take it the wrong way when I'm talking about certain things. At the same time, Like, so again, I can understand if some people might react like that, right? Or they just don't get it, or they're just trying to have a jab at me or dig at me. You know what I mean? So
But this wasn't
yeah,
this situation when they were talking about that. They weren't saying Omar's wrong for what you were saying. They were saying Omar's wrong for being too confrontational. They also believe that when you look at it, that not eating halal, having it in Sikhism, that you're not allowed to eat ritualized slaughtered meat, weird than Islamophobes and hate Muslims, but they are not allowed to eat anyone else's meat. I'm just trying to show you the level of hypocrisy that is going on here. I'm not talking about Muslims, I'm talking about that channel. Just to Dave here, let me just say something. He's saying, Raj, is this guy on his way to becoming a Muslim? No, he's a Sikh at heart, man.
it's not going to happen. Yeah,
and he says that. And another thing is, when you say to people, they say, oh, would you ever become Muslim? And you say no, they take offense to that. But when you ask Muslims, would you ever become anything else? No. Yeah. If you
this is something I learned as well.
Let me just finish. Another thing is, if you say to, when Sikhs say we would prefer our kids here to marry fellow Sikhs here, they go crazy. Oh, you just want it. But they want their own kids to marry fellow Muslims. So why is there one rule for them and one rule for us? Because I heard them pulling you up on that as well.
Yeah, look, obviously to me that makes sense. I was having this conversation with them before about how I want to be a Sikh my entire life. I want to be a better Sikh, right, my entire life, right? So at the same time, and we were talking about like how they were saying you can't predict the future because you never know what might happen. You might have a brain injury and like become something. You know what I mean? An
Are they trying to say
whatever,
you're going to become Muslim after a brain injury?
No. They're just saying like you just can't predict the future. Yeah, you know what I mean, like that. But I'm saying to them, all right. I'm trying to say to them, all right, cool. I get that. So I get. What would you like to do then, right? I just rephrased it. You know what I mean? After a bit, and they were gonna, yeah, I would like to. I get that. But at the same time, see, they taught me it's just better to say inshallah. That just means hopefully, basically, yeah. I think something like that.
But that's their this is the problem I'm having here.
Yeah.
They're putting their Islamic paradigm onto Sikhs. So I'll give you an example. We go to the mosque and we learn the Quran from beginning to end when we're children. Yeah. Now the Quran can be learned and memorized because of how short it is. Yeah. It's not a very big book and it's more of an instruction manual. Whereas Sikhs, we don't believe in this memorizing stuff for the sake of memorizing. I'm not saying what they're doing is bad, but you can't, your paradigm, because Dogger was saying, oh, I've never met a Sikh that's read the whole City Good and Bad Side from beginning to end. Now, the point is this here, you can read your particular religious scriptures and memorize it and just do parrot fashion. That's up to you. But for Sikhs, the City Good and Bad Side isn't just a book. It's obviously it's our living guru, and also on top of that, it's also a guidance. And also on top of that, people meditate and do part, which is prayers to it, and do kirtan, which is hymns and stuff. So it's a much more kind of like a holistic kind of book or holistic scriptures compared to the Quran. But they're superimposing. I remember to read the whole of the City Good and Side takes 48 hours from beginning to end. And to read the Quran from beginning to end takes around 7 hours. So what they're trying to do is impose their Islamic paradigm onto us. And we don't think the way they do. We're not dogged in that way that we send our kids here. Like I heard yesterday, Fudu Fazs, when he's not taking coke and going to the coke dealers, he takes his kid to the mosque and makes him go every day for 2 hours after school. Fair enough. If that's what you want to do, but that is not the Sikh paradigm. That is not how we live. The way we live, it's better to do prayers. Like even saying Waheguru, which means God, and do it properly, and know what it means, or the belief body of the Mool Mantra, and just do that short bit, but do it from the heart, and meditate and become kind of closer to God than just doing parrot fashion. You understand? Just reading something. It's pointless to me as a Sikh. It's pointless, but I'm not going to tell them to stop doing it. No, If you want to memorize something from beginning to end, do that, But don't tell Sikhs how they should behave. And how we should read our scriptures.
You've still got to recognize the fact of memorizing something, even if you don't understand the full meaning at first, right? Let's just say you memorize a scripture, a religious scripture, right? And then you begin to learn more and more about it, the meaning, because obviously, it can be very deep. One line can take you an hour, to explain. One word can take you an hour to explain, where it comes from, where it derived from, the meaning here, the meaning there. So it can be, when you go into detail, right, it can be very long to sort of understand. the full context of what it's trying to say. So understanding though the verses, especially like with with the Sikh scripture, right? Like Guru Granth Sahib Ji, yeah. It's very like it's not a bad thing in my opinion just to learn it and memorize it, and then sort of like go more and more into it, because once it's in your head, obviously you're going to be reciting. It's like for me, I do like.
Let me just explain. So I'm not saying it's bad or good. Yeah, I'm trying to say to you is they're putting their Islamic paradigm, which means their worldview, onto us. So they go into a mosque and they read the Quran from beginning to end from a young age, and that to them means that they're a good Muslim. Yeah, that is one of the main things. For us, this is not our paradigm. Yeah, going in just reading and reading and reading it and memorizing stuff is not a concept that the Sikhs kind of like believe in. Like, obviously you read it, and if someone can memorize it, amazing. But it's not something that And the point is this: what I'm trying to make with these guys is like, they got their own Islamic paradigm, then they shift it onto us here, and they want us to believe in what they believe. So they're obsessed with shirk, like attributing things to God, that only God can have. We don't really care about that kind of stuff, but they're obsessed with it, So they try and put it onto us, And this is what I'm saying to you. When I was listening to you, well done, I think you've done well, My point is this, I know Amy's in the chat, She's literally got her claws out. Don't you touch my Trilla! Don't you touch my precious? He's my precious, my Trilla. Don't hurt him there. So obviously she's going mad in the chat, But big up to Aurora Dawn. Big up to what's his name? Concrete Jungle. Big up to everybody else in there. Anybody haven't? It means
my boy wanted to shout as well. So big
this
up
guy,
Shine
Otto, man. Otto, man.
I don't know. Shine, give me.
Shine, big up Shine, man. Big up Shine, big up Shine. So Otto, man, First time I've come on your live and I didn't get a shout, bro. Well, it's because you're not good enough.
I literally was doing it, and as you pulled it up, said that I was.
It's not good enough. I don't know you, Pudida. You could be a right little prick.
This is another thing. Yeah, look, whatever I do, is never going to be good enough as well when it comes down to whatever, online jumping on panels and stuff like that. If I jump on your panel, I might get, people saying this and that about me. If I jump on Faz's panel, I might get people saying this and that about me.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to show. All right. So let me just show you an example, because I'm not telling you where to go. I'm telling you to ignore these shows. Yeah, like don't jump on. You've done your best. You've done a good job, in my opinion. But you've taken it as far as you can take it. Yeah,
dude. I mean, let me just say.
Let me just show you some. Let me just show you some evidence.
Before you do, let me just say this to you. Look, Look, I already decided that I didn't really want to jump on panels anyway. Like for a little while.
Right.
Yeah, for about a week now, right? But at the same time, it's like you know that sometimes it can be a little bit addictive, right? And I had quite a bit of free time, so I just thought, okay, why not? Let me try again. Because the thing was as well, see, sometimes I came across very rude, right, and very disrespectful.
Good. No. Let me say something. Yeah. If someone's disrespectful to you and you go Trilla-Nator mode on them, good. You're not a pussy, are you? Someone's being
disrespectful
to you. No.
The point is, I should be better than that.
No, you should be better than that. But like I said, if all ever means foul, you get that sword out, and that means sword means your mouth or your fist or a real life sword. You do it, And I was at times that I thought big up to Trilla, and I was like, I was like, good. Like when these guys are being disrespectful. You laid it on them, and which is good. I'm not saying they do that all the time, but you need to growl your teeth sometimes to show them that you don't want to.
I get that. Like there is a time to be, stronger, than softer, right? I get that, right? But the thing is, like I said, I've always had a little bit of a short temper, you could say sometimes. I do get triggered pretty quickly, and some of the panelists recognize that, especially that from other shows and things like that, right? So they've learned to just take it easy on me. Right, and I found that to be quite respectful in that regard, right?
Can I just quickly address something? Stop, bus card there, with that word. I will time you out if you keep on using the S word. I don't like people keeping using that word. Stop it. You know what I mean? And sing. Bas kar de on.
Yeah. Again, I'm not reading the chats, guys. Yeah, I try to avoid
Yeah.
reading the chats so I could just concentrate and focus on what I'm trying to talk
Yeah.
about. Yeah, because easy again to get distracted. I mean,
He just said something in there that I need him to stop saying it.
yeah. So like even like yesterday, I went. I saw Fazs do a thing in the morning. You know, again, it was just on my phone, so I just clicked on it, see what they were talking about, and I thought, you know what, let me just go to him as well and just say to him in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pack it in case they were thinking, oh,
Oh, you did
where's
say that.
Ridwan?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. He done a thing in the morning or
All right.
about midday, I think. Yeah, and I said to him,
Yeah.
and Dogra was there as well. I said to them,
Oh,
yeah, guys,
God.
you know what I mean? Like, what you call it? So yeah, I was like, I'm gonna pack it in and do some other things for a while, right? And everything else, yeah. And they were like, all right, cool. But then what happened was some people were, I think later on he done a show, and some people were like, they were asking, oh, where's Trilla kind of thing, right? And I was just like, even though Faz did mention that, I think he's gonna do other things with his life, yeah. And what you call it, like, but at the same time, people like Badmarsh, for example, and probably other people in the chats. I didn't read all the chats, and even like Faz said, oh, it might be because someone told him not to and things like that, right?
Oh,
See,
is that what it's saying?
yeah,
Is that what
bro,
it's saying?
that's what I heard, right? So like, and
Yeah, all right. So
you know what I
let me
mean?
just stop you. Let me just put you there for a minute. Yeah.
Mm.
If the Lodgen, yeah, is getting a hard time, yeah, as a number one Sikh that's been on my back, what do you think you're gonna get? This guy has not only turned up to Speaker's Corner, he's actually gone onto Ali Dawa's channels, three Muslim channels condemning me. He's literally joined with Respect to go for me. He's been on panels after panels gunning for me. And if he is getting the shit, what do you think you're going to? Because I'm going to give you a premonition now. I'm going to give you a prophecy now, yeah, because I'm always right, yeah, 99% of the time. At some point, yeah, it might take a week, 2 weeks, a month, or 3 weeks. They will claim you're an Islamophobe. They will claim you're an Islamophobe.
Yeah. Look, dude. The thing is, yeah, like I said, I knew I wasn't the best person to talk about Sikhi. I know that 100%. Yeah, my knowledge is very small, right? I don't look the part, right? I don't like act the part. You know what I mean? I don't know the part. You know what I mean? As much as I should be, right? But at the same time, it didn't stop me from thinking that, you know what I mean? I could still, you know what I mean, do something. You know what I mean? Something is better than nothing. Yeah. And I thought to myself, look, if it's not going to go anywhere, which I did give myself a bit of a time strain, right? I thought, yeah, cool, just pack it in and leave it. Do you know what I mean? So at the same time, there were advantages as well, right? It's like when I did jump on the panel, right? They would, some of the panelists would just kind of like be a bit more respectful, regardless, just generally amongst themselves and towards me, and towards Sikhi, you could say, right? Towards the topics and stuff, right?
No. Let me stop you there.
Sometimes it didn't. Sometimes it didn't.
Let me stop you there. They weren't being respected because they like you as a person, obviously, yeah. Because I heard a bit, they seem to get on with you. And I'm not gonna lie, around 7-8 months ago, I think before, like, just say September 2020, me and Fudu Fazs still had what you call an amicable kind of frenemy kind of situation where I would jump on his panel like you would. I'd argue, and then we'd also have a good laugh. Yeah, I've had it times with a lot of people on that channel. Yeah, but obviously for me, things turned very sour after he started posting my Gurdwara address up, telling people to phone my Gurdwara, put their email address up, put their phone numbers up, allowed people to put my family's picture up, put my home address up. And then obviously he started making claims that I said that Allah was the devil. And I never said that. What I said, if you believe that attacking people's families, the weak and the vulnerable, yeah, is part of your religion, never said Islam, you're following the devil. And I'll say that to Sikhs, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, anybody that believes you're going to start attacking elderly women, children, disabled people because they insulted your religion, yeah. And I would say that person, even if they're a Sikh, you're following some form of demon, yeah. So that's what I'm saying to you, yeah. It's like, let me just show you a bit of evidence here, just to prove a point. And I'm going to use myself as an example because I don't go around saying that I'm trying to learn about religion. I'm only saying that to kind of troll a bit, and I'll be honest with you. So when you look at my show that's going to come up tomorrow, yeah, have a look at the title of the show, yeah. Sikhism and Islam comparison. Which religious group are adult men marrying little girls and why? Look at the pictures. Am I taking the piss here or am I trying to learn?
I mean, I think tomorrow's show will reveal if you're going to be taking the piss or if you're trying to learn.
No,
right?
but just look at the title. Just honestly, look at the title. Yeah. Am I trying to learn here, or am I taking digs at this group?
Dude, all right, let's see. Hold on a second.
I basically got an elderly Muslim man with a 10-year-old girl, Muslim guys with little children who they're married, yeah. And I'm saying age of consent in Islam and why adult men still marrying little girls in parts of the Muslim world. Yeah, I'm gonna answer this for you. I'm directly taking a piss take. Yeah, it's obvious when I titled that. I've titled it, yeah, in order to get a reaction. I'm not there to respect, yeah, and I'm being honest with you. That is the reason I've done the show. Now, obviously, I've done that in response to Fudu Fazs. Now, I'm being honest with you. This is a piss take. I've used these photos to offend. I've took the name, the title, because I know it's going to trigger them, and that's my point. Now, with Fudu Fazs, yeah, he's pretending that he's doing respectful shows. Now, let me show you the thing. He's doing exactly what I've just done in there. Yeah, have a look. He's doing exactly what he's done in there, but I've done the exact same thing to him, and I'm not denying it. So look at these show titles here. Now have a look at the show titles. So me and Fudu Fazs had a peace treaty. I think it was this was the time up until February the 14th. Yeah, then he broke it. This is the day he broke it. Yeah, February the 14th. So it's lasted around 6 days. Now, if you look here, every single show, bloody hell, he's obsessed with me, man. But if you look at the shows here. Wise Rod does Rod Rainbow thingy, say Rod Rainbow, and then it starts going on to the Sikhs. So the first show is an EDL Sikh division open panel. Obviously, that's a dig at the Sikhs. Yeah, reincarnation as a slave or disabled, a punishment in Sikhism. He was taking a dig at slavery and disabled people. Questions for Sikhism: the LBGTQ. Just look at the thumbnail. Yeah, just look at the thumbnail of the Sikh with the LBGTQ on here. Punishment in Sikhi for grooming and rape. Yeah. And the reason he's put grooming is because obviously the Sikhs have been claiming or fighting against grooming. So he didn't just write rape. He put the word grooming, taking a dig at the Sikhs. Yeah. Alcohol and domestic violence in Sikhism. Yeah. Yeah. This one here was also negative. Sikhs and honor killings. Yeah. What does that mean? Honor killings. Sikhs and honor killings. You can keep on going on. Yeah. Sunday night, can a Sikh man marry out of Sikhism? Another negative title. Islam and Sikh, that was all negative. Who cares? Negative. I have a big show today. So even look at this year. Have a look at this year, the beginning of this show. Yeah, this is how he sees Sikhs. Yeah, this is how he sees Sikhs. This is how he sees you. This is what he sees you as. He doesn't see you as anything to respect. He sees you as a kind of a dancing, fun-loving, kind of drunken guy. Yeah, that's why. He has all the titles that are all negative. What to do? Kind of Raindrop, You Liar, Liar. The Free Punjabi Sikh Liars, Part 14. I'm still waiting for Raj and Raindrop, and you're going to be waiting for the rest of your life, you little cokehead. What did the British do to Sikhism? So this was also negative. Raj and Raindrop dropped lions or rats. Let's talk about Sikhism. The age of consent in Sikhism. This is why I'm now doing the shows about the age of consent in order to rebut this. So can you tell me, are these shows, look at the pictures, are these shows here to learn or to take the piss out of Sikhs?
Yeah, I mean, in that regard, you get me, like you said, right? Freaking, it's talking about the negative aspects, you know what I mean, about Sikhi and things like that, and portraying them in a negative way rather than, you know what I mean, they could be talking about things in a more positive and much more, you know what I mean, like, you know, fashionable.
All right,
I mean,
so no, I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there.
Mm.
You have 1 month's worth of shows. Yeah. Every show in this month, yeah, is a disrespect, a sly dig at Sikhs. What I'm saying to you is this year is I am open about my this year. When I'm talking about stoning someone to death is evil and I'm gonna mock it, I'm gonna say I've never ever come onto this YouTube stuff saying I'm here to learn and I'm here to this. No, I'm gonna call out stuff that I think is wrong. What I'm trying to say to you is that you've done a good job up to the point, yeah. You've done as best as you could. You went over, you stood your ground. And I do respect the fact that you have the balls. Let me just say this again to people because I'm sick and tired of people. And I'm talking to the people that, you know, support me in the chat and they're going for Trilla. Trilla at least has a dirt day to jump on. He's one of the very few people. He jumped on the stream one day. He commented about me and I called him out, and he jumped on with literally 2 seconds. Yeah, whether you like the guy or not, whether you think he's doing right or wrong, yeah, the guy here is not a pussy. He's a share, yeah. Now we're not going to agree on certain things, so I want people, Manny, please, Randy, Arja. No, not today, man. No, this is a closed thing today. Please, I beg you, man. I don't want it to go over like an hour, and I want to go through a few things, and you're going to distract. Start moaning at me about something. So today's not an open panel. So, all I'm trying to say to you is that if they had a show and it said Sikhism and Langar, I would say, dude, maybe that might be a positive one. Every single show for the last 20, remember, it's been 20 shows. Every single one has been a dig at the Sikhs. When he plays the videos, the first thing he puts on is dancing Sikhs, yeah? Taking the piss. He's taking the piss out of that. Everything he says is a sly dig. So all I'm saying to you, yeah, I'm not saying there ain't genuine people. I think, I know, look, Gain, you're a little puddy there, but I think Gain's a smart dude, knows a lot. I don't always agree with his perspective, but he's not dumb, yeah? And I can have a chat with the guy. Nibiru Pirates, I don't like that Fudu, yeah, but I don't think he's not disrespectful to Sikhs or anything like that. Even that freaking Full Fizz, that little prick, I don't like him, but he's not disrespectful when he talks about Sikhs and stuff. But Fazs, Luton, yeah, this Omar guy, a couple of other people on there, like this Wolfgang and all of these guys, are disrespectful to Sikhs, yeah. And they do not like Sikhs. They don't respect Sikhs. They may like you, Trilla, but it doesn't mean they like Sikhs. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Look, I'm just going to say this, yeah. Look, so anyway, yesterday I told you why I just felt like jumping back on yesterday, just to, because again, counter the claims that I'm in someone's pocket, I'm being told what to do and things like that, right? Not the case, yeah. It's just me doing what I think is right, you know what I mean? And to prove the fact that the only way I felt like I could prove that was just at least jump on one last time. I blatantly just said first thing was I couldn't answer their question, their main question that they put up, right? Yeah, I do agree with you that the shows could be, they could be better done, much better done, like from Faz's point of view. But at the same time, when it comes to just the asking questions part, right, that in itself, yeah, is I get it, yeah. But at the same time, being inquisitive about something that even I don't know much about is one thing, right? But the thing is, dude, yeah, like I don't know, innit? Like some of these questions, I'm like, I get why he's doing it. I get why they're doing it. It's like they're basically trying to say, look, everyone's always talking about Islam, right? And this and that, having digs at Islam, right? So let's talk
be
about
open about it then. Look, this is the point I'm trying to say. If they were open and said, look, we're taking digs at Sikhism because people are taking digs at Islam. Now, the difference between Sikhism and Islam is this, yeah. Remember, this particular arena we're in this Speaker's Corner YouTube world, is what? It's related to Speaker's Corner directly. Everybody that jumps on, almost 99%, has a link to Speaker's Corner, whether they watch it or whether they go. Now, the point is this. Muslims are going to the park week after week, yeah, talking about Islam, yeah. The main topic in Speaker's Corner is about religion, yeah, and the main two now is between Christians and Muslims. There's no Sikhs in Speaker's Corner talking about Sikhism. That's why we don't talk about Sikhism. I can guarantee you, if you had people in Speaker's Corner week after week talking about Sikhism, the shows on the Speaker's Corner YouTubes would be talking about Sikhism. They want to have their cake and eat it. If you're going to go to the park week after week, going around London, around the UK, doing dawah, then expect people to ask you questions and to pull up stuff that we disagree with, yeah? Now, I want to say something to Manny Cinder, yeah? Look, he's now disliked the show, yeah, so I'm going to have to appease him, yeah? I'm just going
to put my camera off for a bit, yeah? All right.
At the end of the show, yeah, I will let you on, yeah, for maybe like 10 minutes, yeah? But I want to prove a point as well, yeah? Now, what they're going to do in upcoming shows. Now, what I'm going to do here is I need to listen to yesterday's show to determine how brutal I will go on my show tomorrow, yeah? Because obviously, I haven't listened to the whole show. But tomorrow's show will either be quite tame or very brutal. You can see the name of the show is obviously a dig. There's no doubt about it, the same way Faz's is. But mine is going to be much more substantial. I'm going to go through the history of why this is happening still in the Muslim world. Yeah, and is it really related to whatever? Now, if people are going to start crying about that, they're going to have to speak to Fudu Fazs. Like, ask him why he did so. Sikhism and age of consent. Because if
listen,
one minute,
let me interject.
let me, no, 1 minute. If you're going to do a show, it's a bit like me doing a show going Islam and carrying swords. Yeah, why are Muslims allowed to carry swords? And then the Sikhs have legally been allowed to carry swords. You're going to totally destroy us. When you're doing a show about age of consent for Dulfaz, you know what's going to open up. You know the can of worms you've opened up now. Yeah, you know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to go through the history, and I'm just learning, guys. I'm just learning. I'm just trying to learn. You know, I'm not here. You know, I don't know. I'm just asking a question. And what I'm going to do here, depending on when I listen to that show, depending on how much disrespect is how far I will go with my one. Now, with this one, I will talk about why this is still happening here. And we'll then go through the historical reasons why Shias don't get upset when I say to Ali Dawa that you can't say 9-year-olds are kids, and why Sunnis get upset. I wonder why.
Listen. Let me interject for a second. Yeah, look. So yesterday's show, right? Like I said, I jumped on mainly because I saw an opportunity as well to like talk to a reactionary as well, who in the past, right, I haven't gotten along with very well, you could say, right? It's like it was just a bit of a to and fro, a bit of a misunderstanding, and I've been quite rude, like I said, to panelists in the past. So I thought, you know what? Let me just try again, and talk to people more civilly and try and have some decent conversation, right? So end of the day, right, that was another reason why I jumped on. And I did ask questions that I felt were quite important to me. I did try to keep my cool sometimes, but like, this is the thing. See, look, when it comes to these topics, right, religion, you can easily get fired up, right? This is another reason why I don't want to do these things anymore, right? Talking about religion, unless it's more of a closed panel, because I feel open panel is fine. There are advantages having different people talking about things like religion, yeah. But the thing is, see, like for me, right, I get easily upset, yeah, and people can hear that in my voice, I tone up, and what I mean. And so, like, for me, this is another reason why I thought, okay, cool, I don't want to be doing this anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because all that's going to happen is I'm going to start getting upset. At the same time,
you're going to get upset again because I'm going to go over the halal meat audio.
Listen, yeah. At the same time, yeah, right, like further down the conversation. So, like, further down that yesterday's show, we basically like, we had a bit of a laugh and a giggle, yeah, towards the end of it, right? And yeah, some of it was at my expense, like people were just taking the mickey out of me, and then people were taking the mickey out of other panelists, right? And honestly, I have to say this, yeah, like that was such for me, it was a beautiful thing, what I mean, that we could just have a laugh, not take it seriously like that, right? We weren't talking about religion in that regard, right? And this is where we all got on, and we all had a really good laugh. I've not laughed that hard in ages, you know what I mean, right? And it was really, really, really healthy, man, for everyone. You know what I mean?
Dude, I've had conversations here with Fudu Fazs where I haven't laughed that hard. I've had I'm not telling you that you can't have a good laugh with these guys here. I said like you can have a good laugh. I used to have a good laugh. Obviously, my particular relationship with these guys soured because of Fudu Fazs going from my family and stuff. Yeah, I'm putting on my good. I'm not telling you not to talk to no one. All I'm saying to you is that you've said it already now. You're not going back for a bit, So obviously he's got until Ramadan. He's going to do another 30 shows here. Let him go through the shows and just keep on doing it. And then when you come back to do a show, just jump on there. But I'm just telling you, just by the title in itself, it's obvious he's disrespecting Sikhs. Just by the images, by the images he puts, like when he's putting let me show you an image that he put up here, because I'm going to go through the halal meat. Now, before I do that, they're going to do a show, an upcoming show, and I guarantee you this, about the Siri Guru Granth Sahib and how Sikhs, big up to RS Sid and everybody else in the chat. James Jones, you little prick. Shut your mouth, you goddamn moron. Now, I'm going to show you something here, because they're going to start, if you look in the chat they mock a lot. There's an account called Rajinator Speakers Corner Tattle that keeps on saying Sikhs are doing idol worship. Oh, look, they bow down to a book and all this. What I'm going to prove to you is this every single religion, from an outside perspective, other people's religion looks slightly weird. Would you agree with that? The religious practices. of a religion. So
yeah,
you
yeah,
can see
they're gonna
Jews. I'm like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
that looks a bit weird. When I see Hindus doing something, oh, that looks a bit weird. And so when people see the Sikh practices, they think it's a bit weird. But I've done a compilation because they're going to do a show on this soon, and they're not going to like my response here because I'm not going to respond to everything, but I will respond to this. Have a look at this here. Now I'll put this picture together. Yeah. Now tell me, what is the difference between all of these pictures? Yeah. What is the difference? You have a Christian bowing down and kissing Jesus's foot. We don't have to agree with that. You have a Hindu bowing down with Hanuman. You have a Muslim, yeah, at the Kaaba kissing the black stone. You have a Sikh doing a matta tek, yeah, to the city Guru Granth, meaning bowing down. And you have the Jew bowing to the Wailing Wall. Now I forgot the Buddha, to be honest with you.
They're all basically they're doing the same thing then, I think, in that regard. They're showing their respects to their religion. They're practicing their religion. Yeah.
So look at this guy here, Rajinda Speaker's Corner Tower. Sikhs actually worship their book GGS, bowing down and praying before a living book, not of reverence, but real worship of it was a living being, then put GGS to bed in the sleep. So they're going to do a show on this soon because he keeps saying he's going to play a video. Now, I'm going to say something. When they do that show, yeah, my response is going to be brutal, yeah, because for everybody, when we look at other people's religious practices, we look at them quite. So when somebody sees this here, they think, oh, why are they bowing to, you know, the religious scripture? Yeah, to them it might look weird. To Sikhs it doesn't. I've seen this here, and I'm like, what are they doing at this wall? But I don't disrespect them. But when you look at all of this stuff, it's all the same stuff. Yeah, this one's kissing Jesus' foot. This one's kissing Hanuman, and this guy is kissing the black stone in the Kaaba. What is the difference between all three of them? Nothing really. And when you're looking at this, there's nothing really that different. We all got our religious practices that from the outside may look odd. Some people might say they look paganistic, but the one thing I get annoyed about is that Sunni Muslims in particular would constantly go on about people idol worshipping. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to say too much today, but when they do the show on the Siri Guru Granth Sahib, I'm going to do a show on the Kaaba and why do people circle the Kaaba and why do they kiss the black stone? Is this idol worshipping? Because they'll say this is idol worship. They will say this is idol worship. This is idol worship, but this isn't.
Yeah, but look, listen, yeah. For the same reasons, yeah, that I don't want to go on their show anymore because, like I said, you know, I don't think it's going anywhere. And at the same time, yeah, I might get on here and there and make some sort. I feel like I'm making some sort of progress when it comes to like me learning about, you know, what I mean, their beliefs as well. Them might be learning about Sikh beliefs as well. Like I get there might be some little bit of you know, what I mean, like you know, progress there. But at the same time, yeah, it's like, don't you find it? This back and forth stuff, yeah, between you and Fazs, yeah, you know, he does something you find disrespectful towards Sikhi, so then you do something he might find disrespectful towards Islam. It's not going to go anywhere, dude. And you as a Sikh, yeah, know that you should be doing better anyway. You know what I mean?
All right. So I know you're going to go holier than now.
Oh my Lord.
The Santa Baba Trilla, yeah, from Rajs, Ludhiana. Yeah, and we know you're gonna do that. I understand what you're saying here, but the point is this here. I'm a type of guy that fights fire with fire. Now, I'm not responding to all the shows because I can't. I think they're stupid shows.
But it's the same thing that I'm not going to be jumping on your rebuttals. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not asking you.
No, but I'm not going to. 100%.
I don't want you to be part of this year.
I don't want to be.
Look at this year. Look at this year. Look, JF knows who's an extremist on Halima's channel. And let me say something to you, JF knows. I've reported to Halima to prevent, yeah, and I've given your name as well, yeah, because you've been writing some crazy stuff on there. So your name has been given to prevent as well. And before you start crying, when a woman, yeah, or Jalil is online 24/7, yeah, calling for the death of blasphemers, prevent needs to know. So wait for a knock on the door if you're in the UK, Jalil. Now, she says, no one says the stone is God. You say your book is God. We've never said Siri Guru Granth Sahib is God. We said he's the living Guru, meaning that he's who we take our knowledge from. Yeah. So there's a difference. We don't believe the Gurus are God. They're united with God and part of God, but they're not God, obviously. Yeah. So you can see from them here, they're saying here that, oh, so I'm not going to go too deep into this because when I do the Fudu Fazs, let me give this message to Fudu Fazs. when you do that show, yeah, my rebuttal, yeah, you're gonna cry with my rebuttal because I got some videos, yeah, that when you look at from an outside perspective, you're gonna probably play videos, yeah, of Sikhs bowing to the City Guru Granth Sahib, yeah, and that will look a bit weird to other people. But let me tell you something: the response I've already collated about the Kaaba and you guys circling it and then putting your head and kissing the stone is not gonna go down too well with you guys. I'm being straight with you, yeah. So it depends if you open that can of worms, but I'm willing to freaking shut those can of worms if I have to.
And by the way, obviously, you know, when it comes to me talking about things about Sikh or, you know, I mean, things, whatever, right, on their show, obviously I'm going to be making mistakes, right? I'm sure I made many mistakes in terms of like my explanations and, you know, things like that, trying to explain things. At the same time, I do want to, like I said, sincerely apologize if I've caused any offense to any Sikhs, to any Muslims, or to anyone listening, or to any of the panelists, right, that were, yeah, I was talking to. If I did come across rude and disrespectful, I do apologize towards that. And, you know, like I said, I hope you guys can forgive me for that and for any mistakes that I've made, obviously trying to give explanations and things like that. But yeah, I was just trying to do what I thought was right at the time, you know, that's all it was. But yeah, carry on, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying you haven't, look, I don't think you've done anything too bad. Like I said to you, yeah, you tried, yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying, and you've already made that decision anyway. I just want you to come round to the fact, because look, you know, me and Delochin, yeah, like, you know, if anybody, you know, has stuck it on me, yeah, it's Delochin, yeah, yeah. I look at Amy, she's going, "Oh, Trilla, you melt my heart, Trilla, my precious Trilla." Obviously, she's gone mad, man.
But at the end of the day, I'm really glad, right? We did end it on a good note. You know, like I said, we had such a good laugh at the end of the show where we weren't talking about religion. We were just having digs at each other, you know, our character, what we were saying, you know, things that we've done in the past, whatever. Like that for me just showed, like, obviously, look, we're just people. At the end of the day, we're not perfect. And yeah, you know what I mean? We can get on, you know what I mean? Perfectly fine. We don't need to understand or accept each other's faiths, or, you know what I mean, things like that, for us to have that common ground where we can just have a laugh, you know. Yeah,
Ranger, I'm just done here. What we're going to do today, I just want to speak to things. I'm not going to go over this unless they go over. So my plan is this year, I'm going to be doing like for like here, which is basically, I'll open a panel for 10 minutes later here, but not now because I want to talk to Trilla. So the point is here, what I'm doing is already collating, because my biggest problem with kind of like the Sunnis, yeah, I'm talking about Sunnis a majority, yeah. And not all of them, I'm talking about Fudu Faz's channel in particular, is that they mock other people's religious practices all the time. But in reality, their practices to us look weird as well. Like when I see this, I'm like, what are they doing? Like I remember when I first saw it and I didn't understand what was going on, what was inside that particular metal frame. But I didn't start mocking them. I just looked into it and go, okay, that's something that, you know, it's just something that they do. But when they see this year, they'll start taking the piss. They'll take the piss out of this. They're going to start taking the piss out of this. But when they do the City Guru Granth Sahib, my response here is going to be on the next level of showing hypocrisy.
Like I said, when it comes down to what I've learned, right, in terms of like this whole time being on other people's panels and things like that, right, the biggest thing that I've learned is obviously when it comes to these sensitive topics that people might obviously take to heart, they probably will, especially when other people are talking about it and we get it wrong. The thing is, guys, I would say this, yeah, to you, to Raindrop, mainly because I think you guys are going to be the ones doing that in that regard, right? And to other panelists as well that might come on. Like, try and be respectful as you possibly can.
All right, so let me ask you this question. Look here, if I put this comment up here, and this is a true comment, and it says its partner since the Black Stone will say good things about you if you touch it and kiss it. Now, to me, yeah, as a Sikh, that just sounds weird, yeah. But I'm not going to start taking the piss. Now, what they're going to do, yeah, is they're going to show, because I know that Rajinator Speaker's Corner, whatever, has said he's got videos. They're going to show videos, yeah, of Sikhs bowing to the City Guru Granth Sahib. They're going to show thingies that, you know, obviously we put it in a kapra and all that kind of stuff, cloth, and then we rest it, yeah. They're going to take the piss. But like I'm saying, I've already got the bullet in the barrel. And when it comes to religious practices, I'm sorry, the Sikhs might look a bit odd here when they're doing this here to you. But let me tell you, like the videos I've got about what happens in Mecca and all of that kind of stuff is on a next level, yeah. So don't, to Fudu Fazs, if you don't want me to respond, then what you need to do is to kind of like, you know, yeah. And Somali Flame is saying that he's talking nonsense. So this is the thing, though. So I prefer someone. Yeah, well, I'm not. Hold on, Raindrop, calm down. Like Raindrop's like geared up already. I'm saying if he does a show, yeah, because he's been saying in the Rajinder Singh title in the chat that has been writing this all day. Sikhs actually worshipping their book. What's this? What's this then? This is, to me, this looks exactly the same as all of these. They're all doing the same thing, bowing down, bowing down and kissing, bowing down and kissing. And so one minute, the Sikhs are bowing down, and they're bowing as well. Now, none of them, to me, yeah, makes no difference to me. I don't care if someone wants to kiss the foot of Jesus Christ, yeah. I don't care if someone wants to kiss Hanuman. I don't care if someone wants to kiss the black stone. I don't care if someone wants to pray against the wall. So why do you care if Sikhs want to do this?
Yeah, look, Raja, I was going to mention as well, look, because the difference is, from what I see as well, between your panel and Faz's panel, right? Your shows, right? Is obviously his panels are more open, right? So you're going to get people that obviously might have a laugh and you know what I mean, things like that might come across more disrespectful sometimes when they are talking about certain things that they don't understand, right? Whereas you guys are, you know, just say between you and Raindrop, right? Your panel is more closed, you know, in that regard, right? So therefore, I think you guys have more of a responsibility, I feel, yeah, to try to obviously try and keep things respectful, try not to have a laugh and a giggle at other people's, you know, practices, their, you know what I mean, and things like that, right? Their religious practices. So I think you guys do have more of a responsibility because it is more of a controlled panel, and you guys are obviously, you know, in control of that, you know, whereas Fazz, I definitely think he should be, like I said, better at controlling his panel as well. I do agree with that. He could have intervened on many occasions. I feel a lot better than he did at times to try and keep it more respectful and things like that.
Yeah, but Trilla, you're looking at this from just the Sikhs. Yeah, they've been attacking other religions for the last 2 years. Yeah, I mean, you just need to see the videos they put of Sufis. Like, so look, they may not agree with Sufi Islam in the sense that they kind of like, you know, pray in a different way, but that's their religion, isn't it? Yeah, that's their religious practice. So when they putting them dancing here to trance and all that kind of stuff, and I've got loads of videos, they're head bopping and all that kind of stuff here to music, yeah, when they're really praying, that's disrespectful to the Sufis. Yeah, that's their own sect. Then they have the Shias. They have mocked the Shias to another level. Every show they'll go ban the Shias, Shias are kuffars and all this here, mocking their practices. You'll see every time that Grey Dunya comes on, he'll start talking about Julzana. Do you know who Julzana is? Yeah, Julzana is a horse here that I think I think it's Ali or somebody, one of the Prophet's grandkids or something, or rode into battle. So they, you know, like we kind of respect the war horses of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Yeah, you understand? You know, they respect the horse of Ali or
Hazrat Ali,
or Hussein. Yeah, they take the piss out of that horse. Yeah. All the time, Julzana. So they're mocking the Shias. Then they'll start mocking Christians. Yeah, the Christian mocking is like 1 + 1 is 2, 1 + 1 is 4. So trying to take the mick and saying Jesus come out of someone's vagina and all of that kind of stuff, or God come out of someone's vagina. And the Hindus, yeah, get the most, yeah, out of everybody. Because when I was in Speaker's Corner, they would assume I'm Hindu. So when I used to walk around here, they'd say stuff like to me, "Oh, you worship a monkey. Oh, I'm going to kill your cow and eat it. Oh, you guys are freaking worshipping monkeys and elephants and all that, yeah?" So what I'm saying to you is this. These guys, yeah, and Amy, you goddamn degenerate. I'm going to have to freaking time Amy up, man. So the point is this, yeah. Oh, God, what have I done now? Yeah, so he and that channel has been mocking other faiths, sects and stuff for 2 years, yeah. Now, have I been mocking? Yeah. I'm not lying to you. I have sometimes. But the difference between me and him is that they say they don't mock. Now, I'm going to say to you again, yeah, and I'm going to show you again, because I don't think you really understand, because I need to just, like, really hammer this home to you. If the title of the show, yeah, is what does Sikhism believe in, yeah, or what are the main tenets of Sikhism, or what is Sikhism's views on whatever, yeah. Now, Look at the titles again and tell me, is this a dig at Sikhs or is this trying to learn about Sikhism? First show, EDL Sikh division. Yeah. Second show, reincarnation as a slave or disabled as a punishment. Yeah. Punishment is Sikhism for grooming. Why the word grooming? Why do you think Fazs used the word grooming? Ask yourself. Why?
Dude, like I said, yeah, go on. Like I said, somebody's got to concede. You know what I mean? And like I said, but you know, God knows who it's going to be. Like you said, if you want to wait until he carries on, he finishes his Sikh series, right? I get that. Like I said, I'm not going to be included in the rest of them for, you know, because like I said, I don't think it will get anywhere for me or for them. You know, yeah, I've had some good experiences, some bad experiences in that regard, but at the same time, it's been an overall experience. You know what I mean?
All right, so I'm going to go through it again. Yeah, so I want you to answer, because this is what I want you to really admit. Is this a positive title about Sikhism?
Dude, I already told you. The titles
so,
definitely, I think, could be better.
If the titles and the thumbnails are disrespecting Sikhs, yeah, what is Boris Johnson got to do with? So it goes alcoholism and domestic violence. Yeah, you have a goat here, and this was also about thingy. Can a Sikh marry outside thing? And look at this thing about man don't listen to BBC, and every time he puts it on, he's got this video of Sikhs dancing, yeah, like morons, yeah, because this is how he sees Sikhs. Even though the Sikh regiments, yeah, saved Bangladesh, the Bengalis from the Pakistani army. Yes, we saved your ass, bitch. We saved your ass. The Sikh regiments, the Punjab regiments. Yeah, and we're gonna have to save it again one day, I suppose.
Dude, like I said, look, I 100% agree that, you know, those thumbnails and those titles can definitely be more offensive to others, especially especially Sikhs. Yeah, like, you know what I mean. So, but
so if I done a thumbnail going alcohol and domestic violence in Islam.
Yeah, but except for me, yeah.
Right, so
right,
is it? So I'm asking directly. If I wrote the title "Alcohol and Domestic Violence in Islam," and I'm telling you, I'm trying to learn about Islam.
No, then you're just talking about the negative points of it. I get that.
Yeah.
So we already agreed that he is, you know what I mean, talking about the negative aspects of Sikhi and like the culture. You know what I mean, like our people in that regard.
Yeah,
right?
but this is the point I'm trying to make to you, that I've never come on these live streams saying I'm trying to learn about whatever or show the positives. Like he is doing these shows, and I know you're smarter than this. I'm just trying to like make it very clear to you that titles of his shows is an indication of how little respect he has for Sikhs. The titles of shows, the images he uses shows the level of disrespect he has for Sikhs. Yeah, so he'll put the video up of the ritual, you know, when we did the Jatka, yeah. And then he'll say, this reincarnated as your grandfather. Obviously, he's taking a dig. So what I'm saying to you, if you were just upfront about it, I don't really care, because he can do 50 billion shows about Sikhism. I'm just saying to Sikhs, just don't go on there. Ignore them.
Yeah, I get that. Listen, can you agree with this could you agree on this point with me, right? Do you think those titles and those thumbnails could be a lot worse? Because I think they definitely could. I think they could. They could be way much more disrespectful and stuff. I think they could as well, right? So you said sly digs.
So for me, this is very disrespectful. Punishment in Sikhism for grooming, because one of my relatives, he's taking a dig at me. When he's writing reincarnation as slave or disabled, he knows one of my sisters is disabled. Yeah, he's doing it as a dig at me, whether you believe it. Alcohol and domestic violence. That's also because he knows I used to think Sikhs and honor killings. Yeah. Now, if I title a show, and I'm saying I'm learning about Islam, and I title Islam and honor killings, you know I'm taking a piss, Can I see? And he totally lied about these Sikh women marrying out, the free Punjabi Sikh liars, Imagine if I said the free Muslim liars, raindrop, you lie. So what I'm trying to say to you is this, you've made the decision, you're not going to go back on there. Well done. But I just want to go over here, because I don't want this show to go on for too long, but I do want to go over one of the biggest hypocrisies, which was about the halal meat, because even I was shocked about the level of hypocrisy, because they're moaning at you that Sikhs are allowed to eat halal meat, but they're not allowed to eat non-halal meat. So if they go to your house, and you offer them meat that is not halal, they can't eat it, can they?
Like, it depends on the Muslim, but you know they should.
Right, so I'm just saying, a Muslim, would not eat it, because they'll say, and they're within their rights. But for some reason, if you go to your friend's house and say you can't eat halal meat, you're now an Islamophobe.
Yeah, I did point that out to them. Obviously, no, I did point this out to the panelist as well. Obviously, because he jumped on me for that, and but it was obvious. Yeah, you know, what you do is what you do. What we do is what we do, and obviously, like, it's obvious. You know that. You
So
know,
let me just
that's
play. Let me
just
just
the way
play
it
this
is.
here because I actually haven't heard the beginning.
I hate listening. I hate listening back to myself.
Man,
Just
chill
plain,
out.
Do
plain old
you
shit.
eat chicken? Do you eat chicken? Do you eat meat and anything?
I do. Yeah, I do.
As a Sikh, I'm sure you're not allowed to eat meat as a Sikh.
Yeah, but it's all about being compassionate in it, and towards animals and stuff like that. Whereas me,
So you
I-
only eat halal meat, yeah?
allow me, bro. I don't eat halal meat, but at the same time,
What do you
me,
mean,
like,
bro? You just said that you only be compassionate towards the animals.
I'm
That's
fine.
the only compassionate way of slaughtering meat is the halal way, bro.
Alright,
So
listen,
do you eat like as the meat as well?
What do you allow me?
As the
You
meat.
know, it's a thing. They have a hatred, man. Yo, bro,
listen.
Sikhi has a hatred towards Islam, bro. You can tell. You just
No.
see right there, bro. You can just see right there. My guy eats meat. My guy eats meat though, but he won't eat our meat. You know what I mean?
Do you eat?
So listen to that. Sikhism hates Islam because we don't eat halal meat, but they can't eat Christian meat, they can't eat Jewish meat, they can't eat Hindu meat or any other meat, but that's not hatred. Can you not see the level of freaking cognitive dissonance in their brain and the hypocrisy that they're calling you a hater of Islam just because you can't eat halal meat?
Yeah.
You can't eat anyone else's meat. So when they go to someone's house or to a restaurant, if they don't serve halal, they can't eat it. Does that mean they hate the person? No. The same way where you don't eat halal meat, it doesn't mean you hate anyone. It's just our religion.
Right after that, I threw it back at him. You know.
Yeah. Let me just play it. I was just gonna say.
Do you eat any other meat apart from halal meat? Are you allowed to?
Oh, well done.
No,
Well done.
I'm not supposed
Yes,
to know. I
we,
don't.
no. If there's no
Only halal
access
meat,
to
bro.
halal meat, we are allowed to eat kosher.
Yeah,
Which
Right.
the Jews have.
and we're allowed to eat the meat of the Christians too.
If
We're allowed to
if
eat
I
the meat
just,
of Islam,
yeah. If I could listen, yeah. If I can avoid
No,
eating
but
halal
I'm
meat,
saying you
I
guys,
will, because that's my
Sikhs,
teaching.
but listen,
If
hang on,
you
my
can
friend,
avoid eating other meat apart from
guys.
halal meat, that's your teaching. Yeah.
No, but you guys.
Yeah,
No, wait, Omar,
Trilla,
bro. Hold on a second. Omar, listen.
ours is based
Omar.
on.
1 second, bro. 1 second. Tell me
No, but one
why,
second.
Trilla, what's
Trilla,
wrong
ours
with
is
halal meat? And tell me the process of halal meat. Why you wouldn't eat halal meat?
Oh,
And why would you choose
bro,
to eat the
I
other
swear,
side of the meat?
bro.
I just want your
Why do you
explanation.
care about it? No. I don't need to get into it because
If you explain that to me, then I can understand.
Right there, bro.
Oh.
But he'll eat McDonald's. He'll eat Burger King from you know what
Anyway,
I mean. But he won't
anyway,
go to Alibaba. Go to Alibaba and eat because it's halal meat, bro.
No, but
next time already done a show about that. Yeah.
They don't eat. Some of them don't eat meat at all. Full stop.
Yeah,
no, but this guy eats meat. Fast.
Yeah, I know.
This guy eats meat. This guy eats meat. But he won't eat stuff from us though.
Can you see their hypocrisy? They're outraged that you won't eat stuff from us, but we won't eat from anybody that is Sikh, Hindu, Buddhist. They say they might eat Christian meat, but they won't eat our meat. But they're outraged that you won't eat their meat. Can you not see the sense of entitlement that they have? That they think that they are better. And the one other thing I'm going to say to you that kind of like really, and let me just say something to Salahuddin. I'm glad the authorities are watching you. I heard you had another knock on the door from your security services in Norway. I'm glad. I hope you get locked up, you little Norwegian little bitch. Yeah, you're just 2 steps away from blowing yourself up. You go nuts, you lunatic. Then you wonder why the security services keep on banging your freaking back doors in. Yeah, I hope they come round again, you little bitch. All right, sorry. So the other thing is, yeah, I would never look here when it comes to the halal meat and the stuff like that. Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, I do believe, yeah, that Sikhs should probably be vegetarian, but it doesn't. It's not such a massive deal that it takes you out the fold of Sikhism. If you do eat meat, yeah, if you do eat meat, you just can't eat particular types of meat. Now, in my opinion, another meat that people should stop eating is factory farming meat, in my opinion as well, because that is done very unethically. Now, I'm just going to show you a quick video just to prove how stupid these guys are, yeah. And we'll just go over 2 minutes. So when you're doing executions, yeah, for thousands of years, when you're executing someone, if you want a quick death, you go for what? The back of the neck, yeah. If you want to torture someone, you go from the jugular backwards, because what happens? You got all the person will bleed out, and it takes time for them to die. Yeah, and I'm going to play a little audio thing now. Have a look at this. Yeah, this could be someone's family from a past life. Okay, yeah, that's a legitimate kind of like statement to make. But you know they're taking the piss here when they're writing this, yeah, for Fazs. Now, when we're doing jatka meat, yeah, what you do, yeah, is you make sure that animal, yeah, is calm. And then if you're gonna eat meat, what you do, yeah, is you then chop the head off from the top of the neck. Now you can see the animal is totally calm here, yeah. It's not in distress in any way, yeah. And then you chop it. Now,
does he say why? Does he say Wagru when he before he cuts it? Like, does it like Wagru cuts or Wagru keep it there? Or does he like?
I don't
What does
wanna
he
play
say?
that.
Or does he say something like? I don't know.
Yeah, it does say something. But the thing is that when you're going here, yeah, and this is one of the biggest halal slaughterhouses in the UK, yeah. Now, have a look at how much suffering the animals are going through. This has been put into a thingy, and they just slit the throat, and you can see the throat slit. I don't want to play it because I don't want to get strike. And it's taken hours, like maybe at least 3 to 4 minutes for the animal to die. Yeah. Now, when they're going to start mocking stuff like this, like I can put out a million times worse than what they can. Here's another one. Yeah. And then they slit the animal's throat, and then it takes them 2 or 3 minutes to die. Yeah. With a jatka, yeah, it's one quick sweep to the head, and it's dead. Yeah. Now, if you look at this, this is why we can't eat thingy. We're not allowed to eat it. Yeah. So let me just show this. So during Eid, yeah, you know, they're talking about, oh, we're doing one goat, yeah, in like once a year in that place. But during Eid, they kill and slaughter thousands, millions of animals around the world for Eid. Yeah, thousands. Yeah, have a look at how much suffering is going on here. So this is the reason why. We don't care whether you're upset about it. We're not going to have animals being tortured. I mean, look at this thingy. The neck is split here, and he's walking around in Mecca, or I think it's Medina, for like 5 minutes. Yeah, they're trying to capture it again. You can see. Look at this camel. This is in Mecca as well, where they cut the throat, and the animal is still alive after 3 or 4 minutes. So this is not, you know, you can't get butthurt if we don't want to eat that. Yeah, it's uncompassionate. Yeah, and it's cruel. Yeah, whatever anyone says. Let me just play this audio from thingy, just to, because before they say Raj, you're being Islamophobe. This is from Bhaji Gadad Singh.
Guru ne कहता एक गलत है करना ही नहीं. The Guru Sahib said so. Because Guru Sahib said so. How much? Why a Sikh shouldn't smoke? Because Guru Sahib said so. Everything a Sikh should do is whatever the Guru says. Guru ne कहता एक गलत है करना ही नहीं. Sikhi is just what Guru says. That's it. It's Sadi Sikhi nahi, a Guru Sikhi hai. Guru Sikhi is a Guru's religion. We follow the Guru. So Maharaj says in jis vele ardas ho rahi si na, Pai Sahib was doing Hukamnama, and they read out the Shabad. Ho aya duro chal ke main takki to sarnaye jiyo. Ho asa rakhi chit mein mera sabbo dukh gawaye jiyo. What does Maharaj say next? Maharaj says, इत मार्ग चले पाई अड़े गुर कहे सोकार कमाए जियो त्यागे मन की मतड़ी वी सारे दूजा पाओ जियो. They say you want to walk upon this path, इत मार्ग चले पाई अड़े, oh mere bhai, you want to walk on the path of the Guru, a panth hai. Panth is a path. You want to walk on this path, gur kahe sokar kamai jiyo. What the Guru says, do that. ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਥ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਥਿਕ ਬਣਨਾ ਹੈ, ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਮੰਨਣੀ ਹੈ, ਜੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਰਕੇ ਦਿਖਾਓ. ਕਰੋ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ. Do what the Guru says. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਕਹਿਤਾ ਕਿ ਕੁੱਠਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਗਲਤ ਹੈ ਸਿੱਖ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਨੇ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਕੁੱਠਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਣਾ. Halal meat. Never ever touch it. Stay away from it. This is not some joke. This is a Bajr Quran. For a Sikh to be eating halal meat is a Bajr Quran. Guru Sahib never allows it at all. It's the biggest no-no. One of the biggest no-nos alongside smoking for a Sikh. Amritari or not, we cannot go into any establishment that serves halal meat. If you're going to a restaurant which is serving halal meat, don't eat there. If you're going to eat in a restaurant, eat in a restaurant which is either vegetarian or doesn't serve halal meat. Don't go near halal meat whatsoever. Firstly, we don't have to worry about why. Guru said so. That's enough. But je dekhoge, it's got no rahm. Sikhi is all about daya, and halal meat has got no daya. If you watch the videos on YouTube, you can watch how they kill the cows, how they kill the camel, how they kill the goats. They don't do chatka, which is this way. Chatka starts with the back and goes downwards. Yeah, they start from the neck and go upwards. Where are all the pain sensors? In the back, in the spinal cord. So we go from that way downwards. Not we, when I say the hung sings, they go through that way, chatka, and they go this way to cause maximum pain. And they do the small churi all the way up. How can we accept that? It's be-rahm. There's no rahm in there. So we don't touch that meat. If we can, stay away from it.
What anything you? So anyone says that they got an issue with that, that's not our problem. Yeah, you know, the same way they can't eat halal, they can't eat non-halal. We can't eat halal. It's as simple as that. Yeah, you can cry as much as you want. It's none of our business. None of your business.
Yeah, I mean, look, I would agree with Raj Singh, you know what I mean, as well. At the same time, like, because, you know, like I said, he's, you know, a very knowledgeable guy, and, you know, he's a very good Sikh and everything else, yeah. I was going to say, though, you know, like, one of the things that came to my attention with you guys going at each other with, you know what I mean, this, you doing rebuttals from Fazs and Fazs doing probably this to get at you maybe a little bit, or just asking questions and things like that, right?
I'm just asking questions, dude. Just asking questions about, you know,
it's a thing where,
idol
like,
worship.
one of the Muslims pointed out to me about how, end of the day, you have a certain audience, he has a certain audience, right? Him showing Bhai Jagraj Singh, like, for example, that's a really good thing, you know, because they're learning from people that we should be learning from as well. And at the same time, when you're showing certain videos about Islam, right, they're learning, people that are in your audience that don't know much about Islam are learning about Islam as well, you know, especially when it comes from like renowned videos that you were saying before when you're talking about reincarnation and hell and making those kind of comparisons. It might, you know, your intention might have been different to try and, you know, make a point which is better and things like that, right? At the same time, you're still doing dawah in that regard for people in your audience, and they're doing bachar for people in, you know, their audience. So yeah, there are benefits in that regard, you know. So, but at the same time, like I said, for me, I don't think this is you know what I mean, going to get anywhere, you know what I mean. And I'm happy we you know, we left it on a good note, and like I said, I'm happy to just like leave it
Yeah, I
there.
mean that's the main thing.
Shows.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You tried your best. You went on there. You tried. I mean, I was surprised how many times you tried with Omar. You went in there 3 times, which big up to yourself for like going back, because he was so disrespectful to you. The thing is, what's also very, very annoying is this, that they are saying that we are the Sikhs. Us Sikhs don't waste time with you bullshitters like you. Most of them, they got better things to do. Yeah, we're the ones that are kind of like doing this. There's hardly any Sikhs on these shows anyway. There's barely like 15 Sikhs in the whole of this YouTube thing listening. Yeah, and so you're not going to have many people jumping on. But I will say I agree with Fudu Fazs on one thing. Shy Raj the pussy-o, real one of Mr. Singh. Why don't you jump on? Yeah, you bonk a lot in the chat, but you don't want to jump on. And these guys are the biggest begs I've ever met. Yeah, they've been sucking on freaking Fudu Faz's little ting-dingaling. Yeah, and he's been running and freaking cussing them all the way through. Yeah, so I'm going to let Manny and Raindrop on, but only 30 minutes. I'm going to leave literally 25-30 minutes here, and I don't want no freaking bakwas. Manny, don't freaking start telling me off. Raindrop, don't go too deep into anything, please. Beg you. You start to go into freaking like what I call kind of like Rain Man mode. And stop freaking thinking I haven't got time today. Now, if, like I said, when I listen to the show, yeah, because I haven't listened to last night's show on the consent thing. If that show, yeah, says stuff about the gurus or says stuff about age of consent and all of that, yeah, about Sikhism, and it's a real diss, my rebuttal show will be in kind, yeah. Now, if it's not, then I might not do the show. It depends. I need to listen to it because I didn't listen to it. The same thing if they do a show about the silly Guru Granth Sahib and like this little puddi, this little speaker's corner, Rajinator speaker's corner, and as they start saying that we're doing idol worship and all of this kind of stuff, well, then I'm going to have to go into this. What is the difference between these 3 practices here? And what is the difference between that and this? We're all bowing. Yeah. We're all bowing. This one's kissing, this one's kissing, and this one's kissing. What is the difference between the 3 things? Nothing. There's no difference.
Yeah, I want to respond to K-Dips as well quickly, yeah? Like, K-Dips, I was just going to say to you, like, yeah, some things do go over my head, and I might not be paying full attention and, you know, things like that. But at the same time, you know, sometimes, like, I want to respond in kind, and just ignore it. Sometimes I might, respond, like in a more aggressively, things like that, right? So at the same time, like I'm learning more about myself as well, right? And how to have a conversation with people that might be more difficult, and some people who are kinder to me. So it's a thing, like I said, it's a learning curve. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a learning curve. Yeah, man. Why could you call so? Why could you keep it there?
I just want you to come on and
don't go too deep into anything.
No. I just want you to refute some things because I saw yesterday. I'm never going to go on Faz's panel because it's just low IQ. But I want you to refute some things when they were trying to discuss with you about Sikhism and like why are you following Sikhi? How do you know Sikhism is true? So one thing is when they now why are these attitudes like these ideas as shirk and all these things are dangerous? Because in the deen, shirk is the biggest sin. It's worse sin than murder. So if you have someone who's a murderer, it's worse than that if you commit associate partners with Allah. So if they consider Sikhs to do shirk, that means they're considering Sikhs to do something that is worse than murder. And then you can then see how that translates to real life, problems. Because if the Ummah is going around believing that the Christians are doing shirk, the Hindus are doing shirk, and the Sikhs are doing shirk, then these people that, their neighbors are essentially murderers. They're doing a sin that's worse than murder. So is that being taught? Is that something that the whole society agrees upon? That these people who are non-Muslim are doing shirk? Second of all, when it comes to Sikhism, so how do we know Sikhism is true, or why do I follow Sikhi? So I think they're talking about the historicity of the Guru Granth Sahib. How do we know that whatever the Gurus wrote is true or not? Well, first of all, whatever the Gurus wrote, we have it in their own handwriting. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji's, the first 4 Gurus, their teachings were compiled in the Adi Granth. So initially, each Guru had their own little pothis. They had pothis, which did little writings and little books, and they were compiled all together in the Adi Granth by the 5th Guru, Guru Arjan Dev. And then by the time the 10th Guru came, they compiled all the writings together to form the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And the good thing is that in Sikhi, we have whole entire manuscripts in their own handwriting. Now, if you compare that to Islam, there is no full Quranic manuscript unless you go 100 years or hundreds of years after. So they just have the oldest they have is a scrap, like a little page that is, they're not sure. It could be 100 years before the birth of the Prophet or 100 years after the birth of the Prophet. So there's only one page of the Quran that's preserved. So I mean,
and the other thing that like obviously Dogra, that dipshit, that individual is so low IQ, man. I don't know what to do with him.
But at the same time, I got a big up Dogra for yesterday because honestly, he when we were having a little bit of banter towards the end of the show, he took it like a man. You know what I mean? And honestly, I do rate him for that.
Well, he did take it like a man in that Dorchester hotel.
Yeah, one thing about Dogra, he always talks about.
Let's just explain this because, like I said, like sometimes people ask questions and they think it's the greatest ever question, but in reality, the question has no real significance in the overall scheme of anything. And so one of the questions he keeps going on about, I don't know why the Sikhs don't answer. Where were the Sikhs when Guru Nanak Dev Ji passed away? Where were the Sikhs? Now, obviously, when Sikhism originally come about in the 1500s, Guru Nanak Dev Ji was the founder of Sikhism. But what we know as Sikhs today, took over a 200-year period. So the word Sikh, from my understanding, wasn't even mentioned during that time. There were followers of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So everybody that was there that wants to either cremate him or to
they were called Nanak Pandis.
So they were all basically, those people would have went on to become the Sikhs that we see today. So they would have been from a Muslim or Hindu background here. So this thing about where were the Sikhs, that was them. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, look, anyone who follows Guru Nanak Dev Ji is called a Sikh. So you could be from a Muslim background or a Hindu background. As soon as you start following Guru Nanak Dev Ji's teachings, you're a Sikh. And
no, I'm talking about specifically
at that time. At that time, anyone who followed Guru Nanak Dev Ji was called Nanak Panthi, or following the path of Nanak. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji was propagating the Sikh path or the Sikh. So I don't see what the problem with that is. And then another thing, he talks about the Muslims burying the flowers and the Hindus cremating or putting the flowers in the river. That's such a low IQ question, because when you had followers at that time, he had both followers who were Muslims and Hindus, whose backgrounds were Hindus and Muslims. So when they followed and when Guru Nanak Dev Ji, left this planet, they wanted to show their respect, show their respect from their background religions. They wanted to show it through that. So,
and I'm sure his family were there as well, and the second guru was there as well, right? And
Yes,
other
yes.
people as well. Yeah, so yeah,
And the other thing that like really annoys me about these guys is that they think they can tell Sikhs how to behave, who is a Sikh, who's not a Sikh. Let me tell you something, Fudu, Fazs, and you little crew, you little pussios. You can never control the Sikhs. Ever. That's why we had to go Bangladesh and save your ass from freaking Pakistan. Yeah? So don't think you can ever control Sikhs. If we don't want to go on your panel, we don't go on your panel. If you want to go on, we'll go on. When we're talking about certain things here, like, the one thing that sort of annoys me about these guys is that they were calling Trilla a cultural Sikh. You're a cultural Sikh. You're a cultural Sikh. We don't have cultural Sikhs, you little bullshit, The point is, certain Sikhs are at certain levels and other Sikhs are at other levels. The other concept that the Sikhs do not believe in is that just because someone's a Sikh, it doesn't automatically make them better than everybody else, Your actions and what you do is what's going to make you better, Just because you're a Sikh, you're not. So they said something to Trilla, and this is what I find quite disrespectful. It's like they were saying openly, the worst Muslim is better than the best Sikh. So
that's my favorite quote.
This is insane. Like I would, if I
love that.
So if I knew a Sikh,
the worst Muslim is better than the best kuffar. I love that.
So if I knew a Sikh that was quite, like an Amritari, literally like baptized and everything, but he was outside doing madness, and there was a Muslim that's going to pray, looking after the poor, helping people. There is no way that Sikh is better than that Muslim guy. You understand? You can't just say because that Sikh guy has taken, like the next level up and become an Amritari, he's automatically better than everybody else. And this is a concept that is insane to me. To me, that you're saying that somebody, just because they believe in Allah and one God, like even someone from ISIS, they'll consider to still be Muslim, but they're going around beheading people and killing people, but they're bad Muslims. They're better than the best Sikh. Can you not see how disrespectful that is?
The worst, the hadith, the quote is, I don't know if it's a hadith or if it's from the Quran, but the worst Muslim is better than the best kuffar. That is the best quote. If I wanted to summarize the deen, I would use that quote. Because to be honest, that's their belief. And the thing is that if you follow their train of logic, you have to believe that, because in their understanding, shirk or associating partners with Allah is a crime worse than rape and murder. So whoever, you could find the worst Muslim, but he believes in Ya Allah and he believes in the Prophet, he's going to be, even though if he's a sinner, he does hundreds and thousands of murders, he kills, he butchers, he does all these type of things, he's still a better person than Mother Teresa or whatever good
Mother
person.
Teresa's a cow, man. Sorry.
Or whatever saintly figure, like Christian saint or any other, any other kuffar, no matter how good that kuffar is.
Yeah, imagine if I said this year. I don't care what anyone thinks. The worst Sikh is better than everybody else. The worst Sikh, just because they're Sikh and they believe in Waheguru, they're better than everybody else. And then someone says to me, "Oh, what about a Sikh rapist?" Yeah, he's better than everybody else. He's better than the man that is going and giving to the poor and looking after his family, has never committed a crime, and all he does is pray and give to the poor and stuff. He's better than him. And the reason is because he's just a Sikh. This kind of mindset, in itself is a disrespect to all of humanity, because you're saying that the only criteria that you're judging people on is their faith, not their actions, not what they do, not what they've done, not how they treat other people, but their faith. And this is the problem I have with these guys. I'm not saying.
See, I would never have known that unless I asked that question, and jumped on the panel and things like that. See, there were benefits, of me jumping on and putting it to them. Sometimes, some people more than others, and I really am genuinely happy that some people were honest enough to give me a clear-cut answer instead of sugarcoating it. So honestly, respect to the, I think it was AQ. You know what I mean? Like for at least giving me a straight up answer. You know what I mean? In that regard,
Who?
Was it Abu Qatada? I think that.
Oh
I asked,
no. It's Abu. It's not Abu. It's AC. Abu Kantada. Say it
right.
properly.
So when it comes down to
Say
it,
it.
right?
Say it.
It's
Abu Kantada. His name.
no. I'm not going to resort to the same
No,
level
that
of
is his name.
disrespect
Abu
that you do.
Kantada.
Okay,
So
let's go back to the topic. So, for example,
yeah.
when they say that, why did the Muslims want to bury the flowers and the Hindus wanted to put the flowers in the river? Then we could simply ask, why was the Prophet of Islam buried? Because burial was a pagan practice. The pagan Arabs used to practice the burial. So, do we say that the burial in Islam comes from pagan Arabs? Of course not. So it's a low IQ. It's a dumb question, and it merits a dumb response. Okay, so what other thing? So reactionary, I think, was saying that none of the
about the brotherhood thing.
Oh God.
That was interesting. But listen, guys, look, I'm gonna shoot off. Raj, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
keep
need to end the
listening.
show in a bit anyway.
I'm gonna keep listening. Anyway, Raindrop, I'll leave you to it. Yeah.
Big
You
up,
know what I mean?
bud.
Carry on
And
with your explanation.
you're not
because-
gonna suddenly go back on the show.
No, I'm not. I told you, I don't.
okay.
I felt, like I said, I want to leave it. I left it on a good note, right? I felt, at the same time, like I said, I don't want to be involved in your rebuttals either. When it comes
fair
to
enough.
right. But if you are
Can I
going to
just say that I'm doing a show on the 20th of March. It's gonna be with a female Granti. I want Trilla to be on there 20th of March, 6:30. I want Raindrop to be on there as well. It's gonna be a completely contained show, just about that, none of that other silliness. So make sure you pencil that in. She's from the States, and she's one of the very few female Grantis, which is a priest.
Yeah,
So-
no, again, if I feel like it's beneficial for me to jump on that'd be great. I'll definitely watch it as well. But yeah, I mean, Raindrop, if you want to carry on though with what you were saying about the brother thing as well, that'd be good because I want to actually know about
what about the brother thing? Could you
what are you talking about? I think. So basically,
brothers in humanity.
Yeah, so they don't believe in that because it's not in the Quran, but it's they do believe in brothers in blood, brothers in faith, but not brothers in humanity because it
So
doesn't.
you asked him, can you ever be his brother? He said no.
No, you cannot make brothers with the kuffar. So let me tell you. So, for example, this is really kind of messed up because you know the Prophet, right? He had an uncle, and this uncle basically was the one who raised him, who took care of him, who fed him and clothed him, and he was one of the most closest people to the Prophet. Okay, the uncle. And you know what the Muslims believe? The Muslims say that the uncle of the own Prophet is burning in hell. Because why? And I asked why would you believe that the uncle of the Prophet is burning in hell? Is because he did not accept Islam, and that by that time when he died upon disbelief, or he died upon his pagan religion. Because understand, the Prophet's whole family were all pagans. All the people were pagan Arabs. So some of them did not want to become Muslim. They did not accept the Shahada. So because the Prophet's own uncle did not accept the Shahada, his most closest uncle is burning in hellfire. So if the belief amongst the Ummah is that if we cannot even accept the uncle of the Prophet who bathed him, clothed him, sheltered him, then how can we accept even our own blood brothers? Sure, they might be brother by blood, but we cannot accept them as a brother because they are upon disbelief. So we can never accept you.
The thing was that like, as much as I dislike Adnan Rashid, he said we're all brothers in humanity here, but we're not brothers in faith. And like, there's nothing wrong with. I was even like, there's nothing wrong with saying that. I kind of give him props for that. But the fact that reactionary is like, no, you can't even be brothers in humanity, is insane. Can I just say something to Shahid? Big up to Shahid. I don't know what you're doing, Shahid. Why are you in the freaking dream team? Those guys are nuts, man. Get out there when you can, Shahid. Get out of there when they can. That freaking Brian Hill is a lunatic. He's gonna have you in his basement, tiled up here in a freaking cardboard box in the next couple of months. Can't just be careful of those two people.
But yeah, listen, guys, I'm gonna fly. Let me just give bro, big up the chat, big up everybody. You know what I mean? That was nice to me on the panels and everything else, and people that at least were honest with me, or you know what I mean, that did talk to me, did put up with me as well when I could be rude, including you guys. I'm sure I've been rude to you guys as well.
Trilla, try reminding me of the other questions they were asking or you had difficulty with, so I can then refute this argumentation, because there's a lot of like false arguments that okay, so next question is, why do I follow Sikh? How do I know that Sikhism is true? What is the reason?
The biggest one is so I mean, where do we refer to when we're looking at some of the rulings? Because I know the Akal Takht, they issued the orders, right? You could say, And
Yeah.
so at the same time, like obviously, I don't think it would mention everything. Yeah. So when
Yeah.
they were saying they were talking about
The age
something
of
like with the
consent.
age of consent, right? So with the
Oh,
age of
don't go into
consent,
that one because that's going to be a shit show.
No, no, but
No,
I want
right,
to answer. I
but
want to answer that.
yeah, but let me just tell you what I do know about that, right? Again, from what I do understand, right? We growing up in our culture, our communities in Punjab, what I mean, and in our communities all around the world, right? We've all, and especially like back in the day, years and years ago, even during Guruji's time, we had, what I mean, like we understood that people have to be of a certain age and things like that, before we do have marriage, and we would be very mindful and respectful to try and like even if they had like they were married at a young age, but they would still be separate, like wouldn't be in a room together and things like that, right? Until they were of age, put it that
I'll
way.
explain. I'll explain this. I'll explain why this. I'll explain the low IQ-ness of this. So, for example, the problem comes is that for them, right, amongst Muslims and the Deen, there's a rule. The rule says that if anything is not explicitly forbidden, it's halal. That means if there's no rule against it, you can do it. So, if there is no rule against eating poo, you can legally eat poo. So this is a big issue. So what happens that for them, they want to be like robots. They want everything, every little detail to be spelled out like a bunch of retards. Oh, you have to put your right foot into the toilet first.
don't
Oh,
go,
you have to,
don't go.
Okay, don't go. No, so okay, so the thing
So
is
the thing
that
is, yeah,
it's
look,
kind of gets silly.
I don't want to go too deep into this year because I've got a show on this year, depending on what I hear in yesterday's show about age of consent, because obviously you did a show about age of consent. There's only going to be a couple of things that I'll rebuttal here that I'll actually talk about because I know it's going to piss them off. One of them is going to be age of consent. Why you would even open this can of worms up here, Fudu Fazs, I don't know. So let me listen to the stream today because yesterday I fell asleep. I need to listen to what their points were, and depending on how disrespectful they are will determine how brutal.
No, so Raj, the thing is that they're claiming. Wait, let me finish, Raj. This is important. They're claiming that Sikhism is not a complete way of life since we do not have rules for every little itty-gritty detail. Now, let me explain this fallacy. Sikhism, the point of being a Sikh is to escape from this matrix and go back to God. Okay? The point of Sikhi is not how to make the video game nice and comfy. It's not to, make each and every single rule of what door to open, what to do this, because we're not concerned too much about the video game. We're concerned about how to get out of the matrix or get out of the video game. It's not a commandment-based religion. And this is with all the dharmic religions. They're not a commandment-based thing. While if you talk about Islam or even the Abrahamic religions, they're really hardcore on the commandments. I think even in Judaism.
Well, this is what this is what I say about the paradigm so when Trilla's on there, they've got this worldview, a paradigm of the worldview about Islam. So within their own worldview, one thing you have to do is you have to memorize. I mean, one of the greatest things is to memorize the Quran. Yeah, I'm not dissing that. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. Going and reading the Quran from the young age, from beginning to end, and all of this stuff. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. But the point is, they didn't try to put their paradigm about their particular way of doing things onto us. Yeah, onto us, that we should then read the Guru Granth Sahib from beginning to end. Why haven't you read it? Why haven't you read it from beginning to end? You're not a Sikh then, you're not this, you're not that. Now, like I said, the Sri Guru Granth Sahib is a totally different scripture from the Quran in the way it's kind of like, the way it's constructed. It's not a what you call, like with the Quran, it's like an instruction book, yeah. And whereas the Sri Guru Granth Sahib is a guidance, our living guru to guide us, yeah. Also on top of that, there's kirtan in there. It's a lot of poetry, and so it's not the same thing. So for them to put their paradigm onto us here and say, okay, big up to Hassan, is that we don't do what they do, so we can't be good Sikhs, yeah. And that paradigm, yeah, doesn't fit with us, yeah. For us, it's the spirituality is more important. This is why Sufi Islam, they take the piss out of Sufi Islam a lot, because Sufi Islam has
Pick up the Sufis.
It's got a good balance between the spirituality and what you call the instructions on how to live. Yeah, you need both, and that's how Sikh is as well. You got the guidance and the spirituality is balanced. And this is the problem with this is why they always take the mystic out of Sufis. Like with Sufis, what have Sufis done to them that they have to keep doing these videos with them
Sure.
like, dancing to can't.
The Sufis are considered to be doing shirk, because they go to graves, they go to the shrines and the graves. So anyone who goes to a grave is basically associated.
No, I'm not
with
asking that. I'm asking that they take the piss out of them. They say they don't, but when you're putting a video up of Sufis kind of like, you know, praying, yeah, you may not like the way they're praying, but when you're putting trance moves into it, you're taking the piss out of them. When you see the Shia stuff, you've seen for the last 2 years the amount of anti-Shia stuff. They used to sing that song about pulling Shia's tongues out, doing this to Shias.
Yeah, pick up the Shias, man. Pick up the Shias.
I mean, even now, that Jareel Halima, she put a video up and she had me as the 12th Imam of the Shias. Is that not disrespectful to the Shias?
And Raj, you know what I've discovered is that most of the Imams of the 12 were killed. Like, that's how brutal that history. I didn't know that like most of the Imams, the 12 Imams were killed. I was surprised.
Have a look at this, yeah. They're talking about, we don't respect anybody else's faith. We don't. Look at this Halima, this Jareel. I actually reported to.
Yeah, but guys, I'm gonna
have a look at this. Have a look at this, yeah. Look, yeah. So to the Shias, yeah. To the Shias, yeah. These are revered figures. Yeah? I think there's Ali and Hussein, and these are the 12 Imams. Whether we agree with this or not, yeah, this is their belief. But look what they put. They put me in the middle, yeah, as their 13th Imam. Is that not disrespectful to Shias?
Yeah, bare disrespect. That's extreme disrespect.
Why is this okay to do? Yeah, but you're saying you don't mock other people's faith. I mean, the amount of stuff I've seen about Shias, yeah, especially, like they get it from both sides. They get it from the
they get it worse. They get it worse. And Trilla, let me tell you, like with the Shias, right? The Hussein and Hassan were the grandkids of the Prophet, and both of them were killed, were butchered. So this is how insane this thing is. Like, imagine, like I can't even give you a comparison. Like, imagine, Jesus had kids, and the other apostles came and murdered them. Like, that's how crazy this shit is. Like, how do you?
Yeah, I mean, Raindrop, we'll definitely like. I've got like lots of questions as well that about Sikhi and things like that as well that I would definitely like you to help me out with, and we'll definitely do that another day. You know what I mean? And obviously, if you want to make comparisons about other faiths too, you know what I mean? I'm sure that'll be fine as long as we do it respectfully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To the best of our ability. But at the same time, guys, I gotta go. Yeah. This time.
I need to wrap this up a bit as well.
But anyways, guys, why would you call?
Anyway, let me just say something that Trilla's gone now. Yeah. Trilla, like he said, he tried his best to go over there and do what he done. I think he done good on occasions. Sometimes he did let them kind of like, let's just say, take the piss a bit, but then again, you can't go mad at everything. He's saying he's not going to go back on there during the Sikh shows. All I'm saying to Sikhs, don't go on the Sikh shows. I'm not saying don't go on Faz's channel, but when he's got the shows titled Sikhism and alcoholism, Sikhism and grooming, Sikhism EDL division, this, that, and that, yeah, just don't go on those shows, yeah. Afterwards, if you want to jump back on, do it. Because obviously, he said he's going to be...
Okay, right. So on the chat, they're saying that... Oh, go ahead.
They're going to be doing another... 40 shows here up until Ramadan. So all the way up to Ramadan, the most religious time of the time for Muslims, they're doing Sikh shows. Big up to the Sikhs. Big up to the Sikhs.
So okay, now I think on that channel they're saying that the Sikhs want Khalistan in England. Okay, I gotta really not clarify this shit. And this, to be honest, I have to blame Sikhs who are running around for Khalistan, because they really give a bad name to the word Khalsa and Khalis. The word Khalsa means pure love of God. So when the Sikhs say that they want Khalsa, or they want to do, when they say Khalistan, it's not just limited to a small little rum state in Punjab. It's an idea that the whole of humanity should develop their pure love of God. So it doesn't matter, you can be a Muslim or a Hindu, you should have pure love of God. And if you have that, then naturally the state of the world can improve. So that is, it's not that we want some Sikh Gyani to go and become prime minister. No, that's not, it's just so low IQ. And to be honest, this is the behavior of political Sikhs who have really given a bad name to the Khalsa and the
But I say, no. They know what they're doing.
Because now Fazs is saying...
Let me just say something. Look, I don't want to go too anti-Khalistan. Obviously, I'm a Khalistan.
No, but on Fazs, you know what they're saying?
But let me just finish. So I understand, yeah, obviously Punjab, but they know the difference between Khalistan and the Khalsa. Yeah, the Khalsa and Khalistan are not the same thing. Yeah, when you say you want the Khalsa to rule, every religion would want their religion to kind of like spread. Yeah, and it doesn't mean everyone has to become Sikh to be under the Khalsa. The Sikhism doesn't believe in that kind of convert or die kind of situation. Do you understand? So even if Sikhs did become into power, it wouldn't be one of those situations where you're going to have
No, but Raj, that what
pay
they're trying to make it out.
Pay a tax, either leave or have your head chopped off. Like that's not the way the Sikh.
No, but they're trying to say it's like a caliphate thing. No, it's not, because the word Khalsa itself means those who have pure intention. It doesn't mean that it's only Sikhs. Khalsa can include Sikhs, anyone who has pure love of God. It's not.
But this is what I'm saying to you, that they are so indoctrinated in their own Islamic paradigm that everything here has to fit their narrative. So when they think of the Khalsa Raj, they think of a caliphate, where people are being oppressed, they're second-class citizens. If they're not Muslim, they have to pay a tax, they have to do this and do that. That is not the way it works under the way the Khalsa Raj would work. There would still be Muslims, Hindus, Christians, all practicing their faiths openly and stuff like that. It wouldn't be like we're going to be locking down all of these people. It'd probably make very little difference to the overall kind of,
It's a frame of mind. The Khalsa means you have love of God. So you could be a Muslim or a Hindu, as long as you have love of God, you're good. I mean, that's why the main point of Sikhi is not to run around and make sure that every person becomes a Sikh. That might be a good byproduct. That might be something that people they want to follow the path of Sikhi. Okay, but the point of Sikhi is to help people to develop that divine connection, not to run around tapping people up.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that I do agree with Bhai Jagraj Singh in the sense that. We don't want to convert people. Now, we don't want to convert people in the traditional sense of going around every street corner with a table, banging on the table and like trying to convert people. You're going to hell and all that kind of thing. This is not the way. Now, would we like people to become Sikhs? Yeah, we would. But if you're a Muslim or you're a Christian or you're a thingy and you're doing your prayers and you're helping people and you're doing this and doing that. You're already there almost. You understand? You're already there. Like it's just the name
so
change.
I just wanted to give a rebuttal because I didn't see the whole Fazs thing. I just saw a couple snippets, and they were saying that how come in the Sikh, like how do we know that the Sikh scriptures are true, or how do we know what's written in it is true? So I give you the example that for the Sikhs, we actually have the handwritten texts that the gurus wrote in their own handwriting preserved. And the Adi, the first set of the Granth, of the Guru Granths of the Adi Granth, was a compilation of all the 5 gurus and were compiled by the 5th guru. So we have their own handwriting with the ink that you can carbon date very accurately. And then you have letters validating that this is the right script and this is the right, correct scriptures. And then we've accumulated that with the whole Guru Granth Sahib, which is the compilation of all the 10 gurus' teachings. So we have that thing like solid. But now, if you compare that to Islam,
I think one of the things that Trilla probably didn't explain properly was that when we say this is how I would explain it. I may not be right, so clarify for me. When we're saying the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib is our living guru, we don't literally mean like it's got a heart and it's got organs and stuff like that. It's literally a living kind of being. We're talking about it's a living guru in the sense that everything what we need to know about how to live our lives is given through the living guru, which is the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib. It means that it's here to help us now, and to guide us. Because they when they hear the word living, they start putting in their own brain that it's got like the attributes of a human being, and that's not the way it is. Because I heard them saying, mocking a bit. Oh, you're saying that it can breathe. You're saying it. This is when you look here. The other show, because I need to wrap up here. The other show here that obviously you're gonna have to come on for. Because you get triggered, they get triggered when they hear you. Is this year like they're already writing in the chat here? This Rajinator speakers, because it's going to be his fault. So I know what they're going to do at some point. They're going to do a show about the fact that Sikhs kind of bow down to the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib. I know they're going to do it, and they're going to show the practices of the Sikhs. Obviously putting the chadar over it, and and
let me explain that. I can explain that.
One moment. So what do they want to do? I need to minute. So. Here you go, you got like Rajinator speakers corner title, Sikhs actually worshipping their book, GGS, bowing down and praying before a living book, not of reverence, but real worship of it as a living being. Then put GGS to sleep in bed at night in Gurdwara. Now, to outside people, this might look a bit weird. The same way I think this looks weird, that looks weird, that looks weird, and that looks weird. But every religion has their own practices that from the outside look a bit odd. But one thing that is all the same here is that every one of them, is doing a religious practice that they believe is honoring God. So whether you agree with this or not, this is what Christians believe, or the Catholics. Hindus believe, this is Hanuman, the Muslims believe that kissing the stone gives them. I'm not sure exactly what the actual. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'll explain it.
What we want to do? So Sikhs believe, when we're bowing down, we're paying respect to the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib, like you would to the living Guru. And these Jews are praying at the wall and wailing. It's called a wailing wall. Now, all of them, are religious practices. What is the difference between them? The only difference is that Muslims think that this, this is okay, but all of this is bad. No, they're all the same. In my eyes, they all look the same. They're all
of course.
To the religious faith.
Yeah, but in Islam, so if you want to do a comparison contrast, they actually believe, so the reason that the Muslims are commanded to kiss or touch the black stone is that according to I think it's Al-Timiridi, it says that you have to kiss or touch the black stone because the black stone at the end of time will come alive. Will get 2 eyes and a tongue to speak to Allah regarding anyone who touches it. So if you touch it, it will give positive testimony on your behalf. So like imagine when you have to go to a lawyer and you have to get a testimony, like a positive testimony, someone testifies on your behalf. So there's a conversation happening between the black stone and Allah, and the black stone will give positive testimony on your behalf, saying that, look, Raj touches or kisses it, Raj is a good guy, he's a really good, decent guy, he's a good dude, he should go to heaven. So that is the reason they have to kiss or touch the black stone. The Sikhs, we believe that when we say living Guru, what we mean by that is that the words, when a person reads it, comes alive. It comes alive in the mind. Okay, the point of a guru. So the word guru is not isolated to Sikhi. So the Hindus have gurus. The difference is in the Hindus, they have gurus in every 30 years. So they have like a guru. Whenever one guru dies, another guru takes the mantle. So you can go to India today and you'll see many gurus of different schools of thought. In Sikhi, the guruship ended, after the 10th guru. And we consider the teachings as the eternal guru or the living guru, in the sense that we only follow what's written in the book, the Guru Granth Sahib. We don't have a guru afterwards who's actually a physical person. So compared to if you go to a Hindu, like many Hindu sects have gurus, they're actually alive. You could talk to them. I think the Dalai Lama is considered like a guru in the Tibetan school. So they have Guru Rinpoche. Rinpoche is part of the Vajrayana sect of Buddhism. So these are living gurus, but they're for those schools. While the Sikhs, we only consider the last, the book as the eternal guru for the Sikhs. So therefore, we treat the book with reverence that you would show to a living guru. Okay. What are the things that they want to say? So Sikhi. So
let me just show you because I need to do like literally 5 minutes. We don't want to get too deep into it. But one thing is this year we can go through the stuff next time. But the other thing is that they kind of like take sly shots at like when you say the miracles of the gurus, like Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and they take how can the gurus stop a stone? How can the gurus do this? They will take sly little shots. Are you saying guru has got the attributes of God then? Well, you can't say stuff like that when you say Prophet Muhammad cracked the moon in half. Like the guru, stopping a stone is nothing compared to claiming that Prophet Muhammad cracked the moon in half. So when the moon split, so they believe it could. And this is the thing that I find quite strange is that big up to Ultra, big up to Troublesome Trill, Lucky Luciano, and all that. So this is MKD. So this is the thing I kind of find annoying about these guys, that they can believe the most outlandish stories in their own faith, but when they hear something like Guru Nanak Dev Ji stopped the stone or something like that, they say, "Oh, it's impossible! It's impossible! Only God can do that." So are they saying that Prophet Muhammad had the attributes of God when he split the moon in half? Because if they're saying that stopping the stone means you've got attributes of God and you're doing shirk, then this is on another level. Now, look, I'm just asking a rhetorical question, to be honest with you, Raindrop, because I need to kind of wrap up now, And
I'm just trying to think, what are the challenges? Because I don't have the patience to go through all the videos.
The other thing was that they were mocking my kind of like, you know, when I said, all right, so this is the series. So See Alive, and even Mr. Singh, that little puddy, that this when you know Mr. Singh, yeah, you know that K woman. I don't think she's no more. I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't.
I never thought she was Sikh.
Let me tell you why. Because the thing is, she might have been born to a Sikh family because she's 100% behind the Mr. Singh's thingy. Yeah. Now have a look at the videos, yeah, that she's been putting up, yeah. Because obviously the other day she started saying that, you know, doing drawings of Sikh martyrs is like bloody and it's suicide and all that. And I've only ever heard Muslims say when martyrs, like, you know, like Jesus Christ when he was crucified, they say he committed suicide. Now look at this one here. She puts this particular video up, yeah, and this is the video of me saying that. So let me just play it for you, yeah. Let me just play it for you. Just copyright.
Because we were talking about reincarnation versus eternal hellfire, because obviously they're both punishments, but one's eternal, another one's more of a kind of a punishment where you can get out of. And one of the things that Muslims have been saying to me is that all children go directly to heaven. They die young. Now, my problem with this is that if you truly believed all children get eternal heaven, then why not, when your child's ill, why take them to the doctor then? Because let the natural course of the illness just take them. And that sounds quite gruesome if you truly believe that. Like, you know, if a child had cancer, then, you know, you're not killing your child if you don't take. You're not actually killing the child if you don't take them to hospital. If you truly believe that they would be rewarded with eternal heaven, yeah, free pass, then wouldn't you just let them pass away naturally?
Yeah. So look at this. Why would they seek here go against this? Because this actually supports reincarnation. So I was actually shocked. This is when I know that this K woman might have been born into a Sikh family, but now I believe she's not Sikh no more, because, or she's married a Muslim, because she is literally mocking, yeah, what I was saying. When in fact, what I'm saying actually reinforces the premise of reincarnation, because obviously, you know, if God is making these decisions, yeah, life-changing decisions, like one person's going to die at 5 years old, and they're going to die of, like, you know, a heart defect, and another person, or they're going to die and get knocked over, but another person is going to live for their whole life, and they may not get heaven because they're living a long time and will sin, but the 5-year-old who died very young would automatically get heaven. That's unfair, isn't it? If you think,
yeah, of course, and this is proven because in Pakistan, even today, the only country on the planet where polio is endemic, like it's really bad, like it's in Pakistan. And the reason is people in like certain tribal regions, they don't want to take the vaccine because they believe that if they take the vaccine, that's interfering with the qadr of Allah, and that you're interfering in God's plan. And you're not supposed to take the vaccine, because if you don't take the vaccine, then and if you die in a young age, it's straight ticket to Jannah. So you're not supposed to take the vaccine. And many of those workers who try giving them the vaccine get killed. They get killed in Pakistan, like they get shot up because they're trying to give the vaccine
because, as
to
you
kids. And let me explain another thing about reincarnation. I think Triller, he was on, and Jordan M was like, oh, reincarnation, you believe that you can be a vegetable and other things. So let me explain this point.
Oh yeah, I don't agree with that, man. Like, what?
No, I don't agree with that either. But let me explain. Why
did you
the
say
concept.
that you come back as a vegetable? Like, I've never heard of that.
No, I never heard of that either. But I'm trying to explain the concept.
Trilla, I don't know why you said that, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's. So let me explain. Let me explain the point. First of all, in Islam itself, plants and animals can speak. So they have quotes in the Hadith, and I think even in the Quran, where they say, "Ya Allah," there's a rock, okay, and there's a tree, and a tree starts speaking. And the tree says, oh, there's someone behind me, you know, yeah, you have trees like Lord of the Rings that are talking, and that's from the Quran and the Hadith. So please spare me the mocking when they try to mock reincarnation. I mean, if what the hell, a freaking tree can start talking, then, you know, obviously that shows reincarnation is somewhat true, because even in your own scripture, you have trees and rocks who are running around talking and having conversations. Okay, the point of reincarnation means that energy is neither created or destroyed, and energy is simply transformed. So when we believe that we can enter into different life forms, okay, different human beings or animals, we're just experiencing different states. So you're just you're in the video game and you're experiencing different states. But amongst Islam itself, they believe that trees and plants, they come alive. In Islam, there are deeds and amongst Quranic injunctions that there are trees, plants, rocks that come alive and can talk, and that they're actually talking to Muslims. So they tell ya Muslimin, there is someone behind me. There's some, like, I'll try to put the references in it. But you have trees just the way in Lord of the Rings, according to the Deen, who are alive and we're talking and we're conversing. So another thing is that the point of animals. So in Islam, I actually never do this. I had to look at Islam QA, but they believe according to Islam, animals also have souls. I never knew this. I was surprised. So the difference is that Allah does something to the souls of the animals directly, and that's not something revealed to the humans. So the humans, the angels are the ones who are basically dealing with the humans. So when if you're a Muslim and you die, you go to the grave, and there's two angels that will question you or quiz you in the grave, Munkar and Nakir. So Nakir and Munkar are the two angels for every Muslim who dies. They're going to be questioned. While for the animals who die, Allah directly takes their soul and does something to them, but they don't know what it is. So there's this common word in Islam QA. They say Allah knows best, and that's it. They just leave it at that. They say we don't know. We have no freaking clue what happens to those animal souls. So reincarnation gives you an explanation.
That's what I was saying that on the other video, that it's a holistic kind of.
It's a complete explanation.
Yeah, it's a complete, so it gives you. It tells you that one is very, very unfair and it's illogical. Dude, I need to wrap the show.
Okay, big up. Yeah, so I'm trying to just think of.
We'll go for the rest of them next time. I'll pick the thing. But the thing is that Islamic Ray Guns is saying Raj Dogra said all Sikh girls are marrying Muslim Pakistani guys, and he's like, all right, if Dogra says that, I'll take him to a Gurdwara and let him say it in the Gurdwara. Dogra, you little puddi da, come to me with a Gurdwara. We'll go to Seven Kings. Yeah, go to the Gurdwara. I'll tell you to say to the Sikhs that all Sikh girls are marrying Muslim guys. Let me tell you something, Dogra, you little prick. I've known so many Sikh guys here that have been out with Pakistani Muslim girls, Bengalis and stuff like that. One of my best mates, his girlfriend for like 3 years was a Pakistani girl, yeah. He used to wear bug as well. So don't talk about this here, because the thing is, the only group I ever hear bragging about going out with other girls, other religious groups' girls are Pakistani guys. Oh, we go out with your girls and that. Dude, I've known so many Sikh guys here that have rogered your girls here. So don't talk shit, yeah. Don't talk shit. I don't like going down that route. But I will say to you this, yeah, you're a bitch, yeah. Yeah, you said you're talking about there's no grooming. You said no Lahori grooming, or Punjabi, Meerpuri and Kashmiri groomers, yeah. Yeah. You also said when I said 90% Kashmiris I've met have been backwards, Halima, TY, Amraz are just free. Yeah, you said they are jahil, no class, nasty, malicious haters, and known to be very jealous and users, yeah. And you said Meerpuri are main ones that speak Patwari, all four language. So don't worry about it. You want to keep running your mouth about Sikh girls. He says it all the time. Sikh girls like Pakistani. Well, I know loads of Sikh guys Muslim girls that love Sikh guys, man. The only difference is guys don't brag about it. One of my mates here, his girlfriend, who we married, was a Pashtun girl, one of the most beautiful Asian girls I've seen. Yeah. Guess what? He ended up getting killed by the brother. Yeah. So you want to keep on going down this route, yeah, talking shit like all Sikh, because you're saying that's my sister then. You're saying my cousins. You're saying all Sikh girls. You're referring to my sisters then, aren't you? My actual sisters, yeah, my cousin sisters. Not the people you marry though, Dogra. Not your cousin sister you marry. Actual sisters, yeah. So don't start thinking you can say, because that's not the first time I've heard you say that. You said it a couple of times. And if I kept on going around saying, oh, Sikh, all Pakistani girls love Sikhs, all Pakistani love Sikhs and all that, yeah, then what will happen, yeah? Yeah, and Shairaj, you little bitch, yeah, stop coming over trying to be all lovey-dovey now. You're a little cunt, yeah? Get your documentary made ASAP, yeah? And then I would actually ride the coattails of that documentary, and I will set up a political party in the UK, and I'll be the leader from that. Raindrop, I need to wrap up now, and I need to kind of move on. Big up to yourself for jumping.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a road to Jordan and he was saying, oh, reincarnation doesn't make sense because you can become a tree or you can become a vegetable. I'm like, buddy, within the deen itself, they have, I just put this on my website, there are many incidents concerning trees leaving their places and coming to him and obeying the orders of the Prophet, peace be upon him. So, I mean, come on, man. Like, do not throw stones in extremely large
But
glass
this
houses.
is the problem, yeah.
They're literally throwing stones at a glass.
They throw stones, yeah, all the time, yeah. And then when you
They're
start
throwing
looking,
talking stones, the stones that are talking, and they're literally throwing these talking stones in a glass house.
Don't mock those. So the thing is, yeah, what I'm trying to say is this, yeah, they will mock people's religious practices, but their religious practices to me look weird. Yeah, the same way that, you know, someone kissing the foot of Jesus Christ looks weird, someone kissing Hanuman looks weird, or someone kissing a black stone looks weird. Same way when I see the Wailing Wall, I don't really know why they're wailing at a wall. And the same way when they see this, they might think that looks weird as well. That there's a difference between thinking it looks weird and then outright mocking and then kind of like going, okay, look what you do. So when they do that, because they're going to do that about the Guru Granth Sahib, and when they do that about the living Guru, my rebuttal video is going to be brutal, because I've got so many videos about what Muslims do when they go to Hajj. Yeah, now I don't really care if they want to go to Hajj and chuck stones and, you know, kiss a stone or do that. I don't care. It's none of my business. Yeah, but if you're going to start, literally chucking stones at glass houses, and your glass house is like freaking, well, you know, you got a glass house, then my rebuttal video, the same way with the child. Why would Faz do a title said this age of consent when you know, I want to say it, don't say nothing, but you know that the rebuttal video is going to be freaking next level nuclear mode against you. Yeah, dude, Raindrop, I need to end the show. Big up to yourself. You can just
okay, you're right. I just want to share that there's a hadith that says, and it's Sahih. Okay, these are all Sahih. These are all like legitimate, authentic narrations. So it says here that there's a tree called Abu Tala that circle that.
I'm not going to laugh.
Okay, no, but Abu Tala, he looks, he's so skinny too.
1 minute. Let me just explain. The reason I laughed is not because I'm mocking the thingy. It's because there's a guy called Abu Tala.
Yeah, that's why I was found it funny.
Yeah,
he's
Abu
skinny.
Tala is like a skinny, and I used to call him a twig. Yeah, so the fact that a tree called that, just kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not mocking, man. So obviously you come across like that, but I'm not.
Yeah, no, but so the thing is, I don't have anything against talking trees. I'm just trying to, you know, when Jordan M was criticizing, oh, you guys believe that the vegetables have souls. We don't believe that, but I mean,
I don't know why Trilla said that.
Yeah, we don't believe that, but to criticize a plant having a soul, I'm like, buddy, when you guys got trees that are moving around, talking and chilling, I mean, come on, bro, come on. Do not throw talking stones in glass houses. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's just clarify. Okay. None of us are coming back as a tomato.
You know, yeah, we don't believe that we can reincarnate.
I don't know why he said that.
Yeah, Trilla was saying that. I was like, what is he saying, bro? But no, big up Trilla. Like, we don't believe that. But like, big up. I'll go.
Anyway, take care, bro.
Big up.
I need to wrap the show up. Like I said, yeah, big up to Trilla, big up to Raindrop. And Manny Cinda, stop crying. You've gone over to Wendy's show. Wendy's show is going on now. He's upset because I wouldn't let him on, but I was going to let you on for a bit, yeah. Now, like I said, yeah, when it comes to this, I don't want to have to do this, yeah, but I want to learn. I'm just asking questions, guys. I'm just asking questions, yeah. You know, questions are being put to me, and then I'm going to answer some questions and some of them not. One of the ones that I will definitely do is if they do a show about the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib and that we're doing idol worship or we're doing practices that they find weird, my rebuttal is going to be a mega show with all their particular religious practices, and we can like show, you know, that every religion has religious practices that from the outside look odd, yeah. But I'm not gonna do this show unless I have to, yeah, because I don't believe in mocking people's religious practices. Because if someone wants to, you know, kiss Hanuman's foot, that's none of my business, man. If that's what you want to do, if someone wants to kiss the feet of Jesus Christ, that's none of my business. If a Muslim wants to kiss the black stone, it's none of my business. And if the Sikhs want to bow down to the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib to pay respect, that's none of your business. The same way, you know, when a Jew cries at the Wailing Wall, it's none of my business. So we'll see whether they do the show, because this Rajinator speaker's a little pussy-o who's literally living off my name. Imagine him living off my name. I can imagine him walking around all day. Oh, Raj said this, Raj said that, Raj said this. I've got a feeling Sikhs bullied this little bitch, and now he's got a hatred for Sikhs. Don't worry, bitch. We'll find out who you are at some point, and I'll do a massive expose on you. So, like I said, let's. I'm gonna wait, and then when I do the show about this, don't cry afterwards. Don't cry. Yeah, Trilla, I'm not gonna lie, the potato thing, yeah, I don't know why you said that we believe we come back as vegetables. Like, I don't know where you got that from. I don't understand where you got the vegetable thing from. Like, dude, think about it logically. Like, they don't have any kind of like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know why you said that, man. I don't know where you've learned that from. Yeah, I know, but you should just, like, next time someone asks you, no, we come back into living beings. Yeah, we can't come back as a goddamn potato. Yeah, like, or a thingy. We're not going to come back as a cucumber. Yeah, obviously, Fudu Fazs uses a cucumber up his bond when he's doing coke. Yeah, with his boyfriend. But like I said, I might do the show on the age of consent. But it actually, I'm going to be honest with you, the age of consent one is going to be. Let me just go over one thing here about Kay. Yeah, I believe Kay now not to be a Sikh no more. Yeah, the reason being is because of a couple of things. She's putting up videos that are pro Mughal invasion of India. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Have you ever seen a Sikh? Yeah. Do a video kind of like, trying to deflect from the Mughal invasion of India. Now, I will watch this later and I'll probably do a rebuttal video for this because religious tension over Mughal invasion of India, yeah. Now, she's trying to say that we shouldn't have no animosity towards the Mughals because by her standard, she was saying that the Sikhs martyrs committed suicide. That's what she said. And if anyone doesn't believe me, I'll play that in a second. Now, you can see here, she's also doing this video, which is actually trying to debunk reincarnation. So why would you do a video that is trying to debunk reincarnation unless you don't believe in it? Because the people that are supporting her are all Muslims, yeah? Raj speaker, this guy, yeah? Mad Dunya, Real TV Convict, all of them are supporting her because this actually destroys the argument of eternal hellfire, yeah? And people being born into particular lives and other people be given hard lives, other people be given short lives. And so this is the thing, yeah? She is no longer, in my opinion, because I was given an email. Obviously, I get quite a lot of emails about her because, I asked for it. And a lot of them I know are trolls. Some of them I'm a little bit apprehensive. But there has been, obviously, the latest one. I mean, the one that I got last month. The reason I believe that one is because of the fact that this guy said she's partially deaf in one ear. Around a week before she actually admitted on her show, on Faz's show, that she's partially deaf. Now, the other thing is that she believed that, we shouldn't talk about the Mughals. Yeah. Why? I don't know. Yeah. On top of that, she's also saying that the Chote Sahibs, they committed suicide. Now, I've never heard a Sikh ever say that. And when I find her, I'm going to make sure her Gurdwara pull her up on this, yeah, and make sure the Gyani speak to her about this, because none of the martyrs committed suicide. They were executed, yeah. They are martyrs. You cannot say our particular martyrs committed suicide. That is the biggest disrespect you can ever say, yeah, in my opinion. Now, like I said, yeah, people are going to say, leave her alone, yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. I got this email, yeah, and I've got some other emails. One of the other emails said that she was married to a Muslim guy, a Pakistani guy, when she was in her 20s, yeah, and she got divorced in her 30s. So she's kind of like a Sufi Sikh, yeah, one of these kind of things that, like she believes in a lot of the Muslim practices and also the Sikh practices. So this is the thing about her, yeah, she is definitely compromised in 100%. I'm not saying she's not born in a Sikh family, but I don't believe she's Sikh no more, because the things she has said, yeah, and the videos she's putting up are anti-reincarnation, pro-Islamic Mughals, yeah. And when she jumped on, she was getting angry at me because I was teaching kids about the Mughal invasion of India and basically what happened to the Gurus. And she went mental about it, saying that I'm saying that that basically I'm showing blood and gore, yeah, when it was historical. But the thing is, people are going to tell me to stop talking about it, but I'm not, because I got this email on the 8th of February, yeah. This is a week before, I think maybe 5 days before, she confirmed that she was deaf in one ear. And I never knew that. This is why she shouts a lot. She said it on Faz's channel, but I got this 5 days before. And originally I thought this guy was just trolling, but now it makes sense. He said he's her cousin. He said, I'm telling you to stop talking about Kay. I'm a cousin and you will regret it. She is not mentally well, and since the lockdown, she has got worse. Stop talking about her as her family is trying to get her off the internet. But when you talk about it, she gets mad and will not listen. I do not care what has gone on between you. Just stop talking about it, yeah? I thought, all right, let me just play along with it because I thought it was probably a troll or her or someone trying to get me off the scent. I said, are you serious? This Jadela has slandered me and my family and is trying to incite violence on me. I do not give an F if she's mentally ill, as she's been attacking my entire family, including my elderly parents and sister who is ill. Everyone has mental health issues at some point in their life. That does not mean you can go around screaming, slandering, and threatening violence and then use the excuse you're mentally ill. Yeah. So then that's my reply. And then he replied this is where I believe the email, this person really does know her, because I did not know this. So she goes, she is not just mentally ill. She has been sectioned 4 times for her own safety and others. She is now off her medication, will not take them, and my family is trying to get her to get off the internet. She screams and she is deaf in one ear. Now, I didn't know that, yeah. So that was on Monday the 8th, and that was, she then went on to a live stream confirming she was deaf in one ear. Yeah, now I know people say, oh, it's probably her sending the emails. Either way, this person sending the emails knows it. She fights with everyone but cannot stop talking about you. I do not know what you have done to her, but the more you talk about her, the angry she's getting. Just back off and she will go away. I didn't reply, how do I know you're not just a troll, or is it Kay trying to get me to stop my police case? If you are genuine, give me her details and I promise I will only give to the police. Now, the last email I had was, I will not give any details, that this is not for the police to deal with, but her family. You can believe me or not, I don't care. But trust me, if you keep talking about her, she will keep attacking you more. Unless she takes her medication, she will not listen. She drinks a lot and is drunk most of the times when online, and so does not mean what she says most times. I admit she has been said some really cool things to you and your family, but that's because she hates you and cannot stop talking about you. She is not like that all the time, and when she's on her medication, she's much better. We warned her she will be sectioned again as she refuses to take her medication and is drinking and is paranoid and everything. Back off and she will go away. Now, I did reply to that, but I don't want to show that reply for my own reasons. So as you can see, she's saying that, basically that, you know, her cousin is saying she's mentally ill. Now, I did have another one, which was obviously from her... you know, someone saying that she's no longer Sikh anymore. She's only like well, you might consider to be, she's married to a Muslim guy, so she's kind of mixed everything together. And she doesn't like talking to... Oh, look, Mr. Singh's here. So it was her email. So it's Mr. Singh, you know, a little puddi da, a little Fudu. Obviously, there's multiple accounts. So she doesn't like here... basically, so if you look here, she's no longer Sikh, he said in the other one. I'll probably show you that one later on, but I need to edit bits out, like the email account. And they're saying that she's no longer Sikh. Yeah, what she is like she married a Muslim guy when she was in her 20s, a Pakistani guy, and then what happened at her religion now, she was still Sikh, but she's mixed it up with a lot of Islamic stuff, and she doesn't like talking, yeah, about the Islamic conquest because obviously the truth hurts, yeah. And she doesn't want people to know. Yeah, she doesn't want people to know. Now, let me just find the video of her actually saying about the gurus here. So let me just show you. Because no Sikh here would ever say what she said. Ever. Let me just say, here it is. Where's that bloody thing? Oh, God. Oh, there it is. So as you can see, just to prove a point, this is my family SWAT situation. Now, I've never been banned from SWAT. I've never, ever been told not to go Hayes Gurdwara. Yeah. And I'll prove it at some point. The person that runs the SWAT is someone I've known for 25 years. Yeah. And that's a different situation. Now, when it comes to this, look how much she lies here. And look how so do you know when she jumps on a panel, look how she introduces herself first. What? Because she always says she's never rude here. And then we just run away. Listen to her how she spoke to what's it called, to raindrop. Yeah, listen to this.
Believe one thing. I might be wrong, but you need to give me facts. I can then move over.
I am giving you facts. I'm saying, bro, we have clear work. Oh my
I'm not going
lord.
to speak with Kay because
Oh
I've got
my
things
You
lord.
against you,
fucking
yeah?
pussy!
I got
You
things
fucking
against you.
pussy!
Don't worry.
Hey,
All right.
hey, come on,
Yo,
come on.
why you
Please
fucking
against
lying
you.
for, you fucking
Please case
cunt?
against you.
You
So don't
fucking
worry.
dirty
You're gonna meet me
motherfucker!
Hey,
soon.
come on,
I'll
Listen,
see
language,
you
man.
Trilla,
in
Trilla,
Yeah,
this banjo, this is a shit stirrer, yeah. That look, he's run off, the little pussy. This pussy, yeah, won't talk to me because he will get exposed. Trilla, stop sucking his fucking balls,
trying
yeah.
to be nice,
And
innit? I'm trying to be polite, innit? I'm
nah,
trying to be
Trilla, end of
polite.
the day, yeah.
Yeah.
You 1 minute you're there, 1 minute you're here.
I don't need
You
to
wanted
take
to
sides.
fight, you
I
wanted to
don't take
fight
sides.
him.
Like I don't take sides. No, I don't take sides.
Nah,
But I'm
nah,
on side.
listen,
I'm
end of
on
the
my
day,
side.
yeah. End
I'm on
of
the
the day,
good
you
side.
could
That's
see
it.
he's trying to cause beef, yeah, with Muslims, and you could see that, yeah. So why the fuck are you stroking his lulla?
Make up your own
And
mind about me.
that
That's up to
fucking
you, innit?
piss drop,
Alright.
piss drop.
I'm sorry,
Piss drop.
Banji, I can't hear
No,
cussing from a
Ben,
woman's
Jodia,
mouth. I'm sorry, I'm out.
Manda Puda Maria.
Did you hear that? Pancho the other mother Puda Maria, yeah? Pancho the other mother Puda Maria, which means that she's calling him a sister effer and then saying he's effed his mother, yeah, with his, you know what. This is her introduction when this so-called Sikh lady jumps on, yeah. Listen to the vileness. This is why she got sectioned 4 times and she's an alcoholic and she's deaf in one ear, yeah. That's not my problem. When we meet, when I find her, she's gonna have to answer for all the lies that she said, not just about me, but about Sikhi as well, yeah. Because her filth that comes out of her mouth, yeah, and the way she talks to people is so disgusting. Then later she talks.
You got to get off your ass. Get me, and they were.
Now look at this here. This is a video of me teaching, yeah, Sikh history. You can see all the drawings are there, yeah. Have a look, yeah. Their lives for us, basically. Over here, you've got the whole family of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, from his wife to his mum, and obviously with the child sahibs. Then in the background, you've got a nun called sahib as well. If you click on the next one, so basically, as you zoom in, you can see the family, and as we know, most of them didn't make past 1704 or 1705. So all of them died relatively young, apart from his mother, obviously died in older age, but she was in captivity. So we go to the next screen. Now this is, so you can see this is to the adult class, yeah, and the children's classes, because it goes from 8 to 14, gets more kind of thing. And this is the most kind of like what I'd say the most kind of descriptive I get. With the kids, I keep it very simple. Now, none of these pictures are gory. Yeah, none of these pictures are disrespectful. All of these pictures are just depicting history. Yeah. Then I teach them how to actually draw by, you know, doing a basic kind of outline about how to draw, you know, Tara Sibes I did. Yeah. So you can see here, this is actually what I was doing, and listen to the way she describes it.
Of kids from drawing there. Do you get me? That's why he came to Birmingham. Because London don't want to know. SWAT banned him from drawing kids. You get me? Because he's with extreme views. SWAT have banned him. Yeah, from drawing there.
Well, don't be ridiculous. It's not like
I swear they have. Nah,
No,
even Hayes Goodwara banned him. Because he's too extreme.
Ban me from drawing children as long as they're not indecent. He's not drawing indecent pictures. That's ridiculous.
Nah, end of the day, he's drawing like murder, bloodshed pictures, violence to kids. Do you get me? He's drawing the Mughals. You get me? And the murder of kids, suicide and all that in the history. He's too extreme.
Ban me from drawing children as long as they're not indecent. He's not drawing indecent pictures. That's ridiculous.
Nah, end of the day, he's drawing like murder, bloodshed pictures, violence to kids. Do you get me? He's drawing the Mughals. You get me? And the murder of kids, suicide and all that in the history.
Suicide. Let me tell you something, Jaleel, yeah? When I'm going to find out who you are, because I'm close to finding you, yeah? I'm telling you something now. I will go to the Gurdwara, I'll play this audio, and I want them to bring you to the Gurdwara, and you need to like apologize to the Sikh community, and you need to ask for forgiveness. Because don't you ever say here that the Chote Sahibs are there or the Char Sahibs are there committed suicide, you little chirel. Yeah, because they died here for us to be here. And for the fact that you are defending the Mughals is a total red flag, yeah. And the way you spoke to Raindrop, yeah, about did you expect people to talk to you? With all this gandis coming out your mouth, you freaking chirel. Now, I don't care if your boyfriend, your husband was Muslim and you freaking were like a bit of a circumcised lullah. That's none of my business, yeah. That's none of my business. But when you start coming over here and start trying to impose your view of Sikh history, saying we can't talk about this, we can't talk about that, because your boyfriend, whoever he was, your ex-husband, will get upset. That's none of our business, yeah. Yeah. The same way Christians can talk about, Jesus Christ being martyred or being martyred on the cross. The same way every single religion can talk about that. Now the thing is, like I said, I got a lot of emails, but the main one is from her cousin, and I'm going to say something to the cousin if you're listening. You need to get that Jaleel, back into a mental hospital, You need to get her back into it. Now, obviously, the cousin is begging me to not do the police case. The police case is still ongoing here. I just got one more person the police are looking into in order to kind of like see if it's her. The other three names I gave were not her. So look at this here. Look at how they describe her. So they say she's not just mentally ill, she's been sectioned 4 times for her safety, for her own safety and others. She's now off her medication and will not take them, and my family is trying to get her to get off the internet. She screams as she is deaf in one ear, so cannot hear, so talks loudly. She fights with everyone, but cannot stop talking about you. I do not know what you have done to her, but the more you talk about her, the angry she is getting, And I just, look, I do not care. I don't know, So basically, if you are genuine, give me your details. True. If you're genuine, give me your details and I'll get a section. I will not give you any details. Like, this is not for the police to deal with, but her family. You can believe me or not, I don't care. But trust me, if you keep talking about her, she will keep attacking you more. Unless she takes her medication, she will not listen. She drinks a lot and is drunk most of the times, with obvious when online, so she does not mean what she says. She hates you and she cannot stop talking about you. We warned her she will be sectioned against her. She refuses to take her medication, is drinking, and is paranoid about everything. Back off and she will go away. Well, no, I'm not backing off, I will find her, and I'm telling you straight now, the Gurdwara, everybody wants to speak to you, Jaleel, We're going to find out why you're backing the Mughals, why, when you're got your, because obviously it's Mr. Singh, it's Mr. Singh. They can deny it as much as they want. It's 100% she's one of the account holders of Mr. Singh, 100%, there's not even a doubt in my mind. Not even a doubt. She even calls she even always calls Raindrop piss drop, always says that. And she always says, Mr. Singh always says, I'm banned from Hayes Gurdwara and I'm banned from teaching kids. That's what she says. You've got to be more smart, Mr. Singh. Do you know when you jump on Jaleel, what you need to do is to change your language so I can't spot that you're Mr. Singh. You talk exactly like Mr. Singh because you are Mr. Singh, You're a Jaleel of the highest order. You're against, you said the Chote Sahibs they committed suicide. Wait till the Sikh community hear it. You can't get more disrespectful. Look at her freaking crying because her boyfriend, her ex-husband, was probably, ancestor was in the Mughal army, so she's upset. But look how she's doing it. She's supporting, basically she's going against reincarnation, and supporting the Islamic version of heaven. No Sikh, even if they disagreed with me, would be like trying to put up videos, trying to rebut reincarnation. Why would you do that? Here's another one about the religious tensions of Mughal. She's backing the Mughals because of her freaking ex-husband, she loved a little bit of sliced lullah, and now she's gone mad. She's gone bargo. She loves a bit of sliced lullah, and now she's gone mental. Not my fault. Proper little freaking nut job, that woman. Don't worry. When we find her, I don't care if she's mentally ill. I'll make sure I put a straight jacket on her, and I'll chuck her in a freaking loony bin myself. Absolute nut job that woman is, man. The way that they're freaking like backing, you're calling yourself a Sikh. You're supposed to be Mr. Singh, but you're backing and going against, what? reincarnation. You're doing videos trying to rebut reincarnation, but you're a Sikh. What is that about? You're doing videos trying to rebut the Mughals, saying the Mughals are okay. What is that about? Like I said to you, Jaleel, as well, yeah, it doesn't matter whether I take 20 weeks, 1 day, 50 years, 1 billion years to finish my drawings. The fact is, yeah, I got more talent in my little pinky finger than you could ever dream of, yeah. That you could ever dream of. Obviously, the drawing's not finished. Still got a little bit more to do, but like I said, I think it's a good message. I think, you know, obviously, you know, you have the, I'm going to say it again, you just for people who haven't seen it, the famous picture of the Indian soldier, you know, about to hit the Sikh farmer to symbolize langar. There are pictures of Sikhs feeding the police, but this one I've actually added the actual guy into it, yeah. And then I added later on these particular bits, which is the chanda, you know, the flag or the thingy. But the main bit was the old Sikh man in the thingy, and the chains symbolize the Indian government or BJP trying to restrict the farmers. So obviously he's about to break the chains. Yeah, he's about to break the chains. So he's not chained up forever. He's got a Wolverine kind of X-Men style thing going on, and at some point, the protest is still going on. So at some point, he'll break those chains. But I think the face has come out pretty good. Need to tweak it a little bit more. Yeah. She's stuck in her flats as well. I don't care if she's stuck in her flat. The goddamn degenerate. She hasn't left her flat. She pisses in bottles and poos in. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So this is one of the main kind of components of Sikhism is that. To feed people. It doesn't matter who they are. Yeah, you know. In fact, you know the main thing is that, you know, just to feed. Yeah, no questions asked, no preaching, nothing. So big up to Scarlet for it. I would say to people, you know, go to a Sikh temple and just, you know, try it, because you can walk into any Sikh temple, and as long as, you know, there's someone there that can cook the stuff, they'll cook you a meal and they'll give it for free. And as long as you're what you do is, as long as you don't, you know, aren't drunk and stuff, they're totally fine with it. So try it. No one's going to preach to you. I'd say to people, yeah, go there, yeah, and if anyone preaches to you, tell me, because Sikhs don't actually go and preach. Yeah? I've seen so many people when I've been to the temple that are not Sikhs, and they're just eating and they just leave. Yeah, so that's the thing, though. It's not about preaching. We're not trying to convert you per se. We're not here for an ulterior motive. One of the main pillars of Sikhism is to kind of feed people, which is through langar. Yeah, it's one of the main pillars. Yeah, big up K-Dips. They're all crying. I've got a killer video coming out though. I've got a killer video. What I'm going to do is I'm compiling all of the videos of me drawing into one video, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it against. I'm not sure what the soundtrack's going to be. I was going to do it against Punjab Waldan, or, you know, some of these Punjabi tracks, but I'm thinking about doing it to another track, actually, maybe Inception. So obviously here's the drawing, me just kind of finishing it up. I had it against the music as well. There you go.
Yeah, okay, really say that. Cool. You can say that. Say it, but
as you can see, the face was actually different before. If you look at back here, I actually changed the face, because the original face here, the old Sikh man, looked quite submissive. He wasn't angry enough. So let me just rewind it so I can actually see it. Where is it? So you can see here, his face was actually quite dismissive, yeah, or wasn't strong. He was kind of sad, yeah. And then when I done because I wasn't originally gonna put the chains around the body, that wasn't the original idea. Yeah? It was just gonna be a short, but then I thought, all right, let me add the chain. So you can see from here, the face there to here. Yeah, so the face is much more kind of determined now. So I had to change all the eyes and all that kind of stuff. I think the beard's coming out all right. Need to add a bit more detail. Obviously, they're going to be crying. I could imagine Kay coming at home. Hey, that Raj, you know Kay, you silly Jaleel. Why are you obsessed with me? Raj, I heard, Raj, yeah, he doesn't, when he eats his beans, he doesn't wash his mouth, he doesn't wipe his mouth afterwards. I heard that Raj, when he goes toilet, what he does, he wipes with his left hand. He needs to wipe with his right hand. I don't know why he does it with the left hand. I told you, I looked at him, I was watching in the window. Raj, yeah, last time I saw him, he was walking across the road on a zebra crossing, and you know what? He didn't stop for the car, he just walked across. Raj, when he posts, he licks the stamp. I don't know why he licks the stamp. Jaleel, you're insane, woman, man. Like, why don't you start, why don't you start freaking more, start doing your freaking, stop being so obsessed with me. Everything she knows, she thinks she knows. She's made so many lies up, This is what I'm saying to you. She's a liar. She's been sectioned. She's an alcoholic, and that's from her cousin. And to the marsh, you goddamn puddida. I hope you've realized now that you are only seen, as their fool. I told you from day dot when I spoke to you, I said, you going out there doing all this shit, they're not gonna praise you. Or everything you did. Everything you did for them, what have you got? Nothing. Gushrini, nothing but disrespect. All these times, this guy's come to the park gunning for me. He's gone on panels gunning for me. In comments gunning for me. He's come to freaking the most amount of freaking bullshit, to try and shut me down. But that's not good enough for them. They now chucked him in the freaking bin. Oh, the Lochin didn't do nothing. I hope you've learned from that, Marsh. I hope you learned the lesson. I said to you from the beginning, don't put your neck out, because what's going to happen is what? Two Sikhs are going to be fighting, when there's only no Sikhs at Speaker's Corner. They don't give a shit anyway. Now, they've done his beastie. I feel sorry for him. Like, if anybody, has been trying to shut me down for the last 3 years, if no one can deny, is Badmash, the Lochin. But now they're saying that he does nothing. That I'm on the phone to him, telling him not to jump on the panels. Now, the Lochin has made a good choice. I'm not going to say, like the Lochin is stupid. He can be, but he's made a good choice. He knows when I'm doing my shows, I'm taking the mic. And when Sir Fazs is doing these shows, he's taking the mic. So don't jump on this. Sikh should not be jumping on there because Sir Fazs is not doing a genuine Sikh show. He's taking shots at us. So just don't come. I agree. I'm not denying that. Fazs is denying it. Fazs is denying it. I said to you straight, when I'm talking about Islam or anything, I'm not here to really learn. I'm pointing at the things that I think are problematic. I've never shied away from that. I've never said to anybody, I'm here to learn. I'm asking questions. No. I'm pointing out, if I hear someone saying to me that, apostate should be killed, I'm going to say you're wrong. Simple as that, If I hear a man say you can have sex with 9-year-old kids and you're saying your religion kind of tells you to do it, I'm going to tell you it's wrong, Now, I'm not going to do it in a mocking way. I've done it in a mocking way and I'll do it again. But the point is this, let Fudu Fazs do his shows. He's got another 30 to go. Let him cry, And I hope, because even the Lochin is going to join the Raj army, You're going to join the Raj army, the Lochin, You're going to get red-pilled, You're going to get red-pilled. You're getting red-pilled, and you're going to join the Raj army, You don't want to, but you will. Because you have put your neck out on the line for 10 sal, and all you got was what? A freaking slap in the mouth, 3 years. 3 years he was going for me. 10 sal, And now what's happened? They're now saying, oh, the Lochin, you're a chumcha of Raj. Oh, Raj is telling you not to jump on. Raj is this, Raj that. Me and the Lochin don't even talk here, but it just shows you that those guys have no respect for the Lochin. They have no respect for Sikhs. They thought the Lochin was a pussy-o because they were looking at him like, why is this Sikh here doing our job for us? Why is this Sikh doing that job for us? So don't worry, the Lochin. You're going to come over. Don't worry. You are going to take sides. And Aja, come on. I'll welcome you, the Lochin. You'd be a good general. You're a right little prick here. And I have to say something about one thing I'll say about the Lochin. He's freaking a difficult little prick he is. I'm not going to lie, man. He knows how to freaking, get on my nerves. I'm not going to lie. It does piss me off, man. But he's, like I said, man, I'm here with open arms. I'm here with open arms, the Lochin. Aja, Aja, come on. Come to the Raj army. Come on, Aja, Aja. Come on. I'll forgive. Come on. Come on, the Lochin. Come on. Come on. You know you want to come over. Come on. You know, I welcome you. Like I said, yeah, for me, yeah, I have a line, yeah, and people can't come back from certain lines. Now, whether I like the Lochin or not, he's never gone for my family, yeah, and so he hasn't passed that line, yeah. If he does come to past that line, then there's no coming back. Now, him gunning for me and doing all that kind of stuff, whatever, he did what he felt he had to do, yeah. That's what he felt was the right thing. Okay, you thought that was the right thing. Looking in hindsight, you know, you got no thanks for it. You got no thanks for it. All you've got, yeah, is your beastie done. That's it. Look how they're gunning for you in the chat. Oh, the Lochin didn't do nothing. The Lochin's scared to jump on. The Lochin this, the Lochin this, the Lochin this, the Lochin that. Let me tell you, Puddy does. Even though I don't get on with the Lochin, but I'll tell you one thing, Sir Fazz, you look for the Lochin will eat you up and spit you out in 2 seconds. Your whole panel. Yeah. This is why he's a big headache for me. Because, you know, I know he's a formidable person, man. He's not a pussy. Yeah, because I've met him in real life and he's a freaking headache. That's why I don't like him. Because me and him are equal in terms of being cunts. Yeah. Obviously, I'm a bigger cunt than him and I really want to be. But that's what I said. Raj army is mobilizing. And to the Lochin, yeah, the door is here. We're willing for you to come back to us. Come back. Vapasaja. Ignore those guys. Yeah. I'll make you the highest general in the Raj army. The highest general with Mani Sinda. Oh, look at it, man. Don't side with no one. No. You're going to side with me, man. I'm red pilling you guys. I'm red pilling you. You think these guys have respect for you. They have no respect for you. Yeah. They may like you as an individual. They might like you as a whatever. But when it comes to your religion, our faith, they have no respect for Sikh. Yeah. I'm talking about Fudu Fazs in particular. I'm not talking about Muslims in general. I'm talking about Fudu Fazs, yeah, and that particular channel and certain people's mindsets at Speaker's Corner. Yeah. And obviously, poor little Lochin was used like a chumcha. Yeah. Used like a chumcha. Where's this thing? Oh my God. God. I need to. I don't know why I haven't ended the show. I need to see. Yeah. This was you, Lochin. This is literally Lochin, yeah? And they were using him as a chumcha for the last 3 years. The Lochin. Poor little Lochin was being used as a chumcha. Yeah, a little chumcha. This is Lochin, literally. This is how Fudu Fazan saw you, them not saw you as a chumcha. Yeah. Now he's learning the truth. Yeah. He's learning the truth that he's not a chumcha. Are you a chumcha? Das Manu. Das Manu Lochin. Tell me, are you a chumcha? Are you a sher? You're a sher for me. When it's against me, he becomes a sher. When it's them, he's a little chua. When it's for them, he's a chumcha and a chua. When it's on me, he becomes a sher. Yeah, use him as a kurshi. Yeah, proper kurshi. like they're making sag. Yeah, they're making sag. Yeah. Yes, you're coming over. See, this is why I have hope for Badmash one day. That me and Badmash, yeah, Badmash will be like a soldier and I will knight him, like, you know, not with my baseball bat, and I'll say, I knight you, the Lochin. May you rise and defend the honor of the Sikhs. Yeah. One day he'll come over to our side. Right now, he's not red-pilled enough. I'm going to have to stick that red pill down his throat, yeah. But he's getting there. He's getting there. He's getting there. Yeah. Slowly. This is why I say to you, Faz's shows, yeah, is just making the Raj army grow. Yeah. They're making the Raj army grow. Yeah. And if you can turn the Lochin against you, then you've made a bad mistake. Let me say something to you, Fudu Fazz. Your biggest, yeah, weapon was the Lochin. The Lochin was like this baseball bat. Now I got the baseball bat. This is the Lochin. And I'm going to use the Lochin, yeah, as my weapon against you guys one day. And you're going to start crying when I've done it. So I'm going to literally take the Lochin, and one day the Lochin will be the one that I'm actually using against you lot. And then you lot are going to be crying, why is the Lochin massacring us and destroying us, yeah, mentally? And then I will send you back to the days that Fudu Fazs done 50 shows dissing Sikhism, and the way to do it. Like I said, man. Like I said. Sia, stop being a beg, you lunatic, man. Have you not embarrassed yourself enough, you goddamn loony? Like, you're always saying, give me the link, give me the link. I'm not giving you no link. You crazy. You're a lunatic, man. Freaking insane woman. How am I going to have you on here? Then everyone's going to say I'm bullying you if I say anything to you, yeah? As soon as you're like a freaking machine gun, yeah? Whatever I say about Sia, she's a freaking nut job, man. Like, you know, I can't even say nothing to her because she's a woman. As soon as I say something, Raj is abusing a Muslim woman, but she's freaking going to gun for me. But I will do one thing. If Sia keeps on talking about me, I am going to do a show kind of like going over Sia's best bits. Yeah, one of her best bits. I'm not going to do it unless I have to. Obviously, you know, we have to see how Sia behaves. I do think these shows, yeah, I might actually... don't worry, Sia. I'm reported Halima as well. And that woman, what's her name? J.K. Knows or something. That lunatic. Don't worry, I reported that maniac. Yeah, she's a freaking nut job. So what I'm going to do, depending on how much Sia keeps on talking about me, I might have to go over this video. What's going on with
being married? Why are you over here?
the stream? Brothers, don't turn out like... What does that mean? Why?
Because she had poetry, and you guys are talking about me outing it while you guys are here defending it. Isn't it madness?
Okay, well, just a nice little, just a nice little kind of like, because I've got the videos, remember, it's my videos. So, you know, I played it on my channel, so you can't get me for copyright because I'm playing a video of me reacting to your video. So don't worry. And Sia, you need to understand, yeah, you're just not important enough. I think you've got this kind of like, you know, self-importance that you think you can come on my panel after what you said. You know, that I have to come and defend my sister from your lot's bullshit. No, you're not coming on my channel. After you said that comment, it's dead. Like I said, yeah, I can make a lot of shit, yeah. But once you thingy, I look at this strike, but well, strike it then. Strike it, Trilla. Call him freaking thingy, Trilla. Now, this is obviously a nice little way to segue off. Let's just play a little song for everybody. Yeah, T-Sing, you got to calm down as well, man. Now, we're going to get the Lochin into my army, man. The Lochin is my... because everyone's crying now. Look, do you know when I know, yeah, people are getting upset? Is this fourth is this baby, big baby. Yeah, don't let Raj fool you. He's the biggest shitster going, who went on panel for 4 years spreading anti-Muslim hate. I'm sorry, you lot do anti-Dawa by your behavior. Yeah, don't blame me. So don't worry, fool jizz, you little prick. Yeah. So you don't get it, do you? Having powers granted by God is... So don't worry, I'm red pilling everybody. Everyone's going to come over to the Raj army, and I promise you, the Lochin will be one of my main generals one day. Yeah, and like I said to you guys, the Lochin is like my baseball bat, and I'll be holding the baseball bat. Yeah, like the Raj brother. Yeah. Actually, I might do something quickly. I should have really gone, but there's some people in the chat that I want to troll a bit. No, this is to the Lochin. To the Lochin. The Raj father has been disappointed in you. You have gone against the Raj. How many times have you tried to defeat the Raj? As a fellow boss, I will say to you, to the Lochin, I will give you mercy. I'll give you mercy. And what I will do to you, I'll let you come in and I'll make you as a made man in the Raj army. I will give you that. I will give you the highest position to any Sikh that's ever come into the Raj army. I will show you respect. You don't show me no respect. You don't show me no respect. And you expect me to respect you. But you know what? I'll be the bigger man. What I'll do, I'll give you over. And I'll say to you, Tilotton, yeah, Aja ite, Aja, Aja, Aja ite. I will treat you like royalty. We will combat these pussios that Fudu Fazs, yeah, and that pussyo channel. We'll crush it like the cockroach it is. I'll give you everything you want. But you must come here and you must say to the Raj, you was wrong. Yeah, you must say you made a mistake. And the Raj is forgiving. Maafi mangde, yeah, and I will say I'll forgive you. And you know what? I'm a bigger man as well. I will say sorry to you as well. We can say sorry to each other. You are somebody. Although I hate you, I have to say you are a thorn in my side. And I want that thorn to be in their side. So let's join forces. And what we'll do, we'll crush the opposition. We'll show them that when it comes to the Sikhs, we're one-man armies. We don't need numbers. What we have is heart, our dil. And when you do that, nothing can crush us. This is why the Raj Father. 3 saal ho gaya hun. Oh, ki kitta minnu? Kuch bhi nahi. They done nothing to the Raj Father. 3 saal, 3 years it's been. The Raj Father is getting stronger and stronger. The Raj army is growing by every day, every minute. But I will say this. I need the Tilotton. The Tilotton must come to the Raj. But you must ask for forgiveness. And I will forgive you. And then what you'll do, I will forgive. Or you can ask for forgiveness. And I do see you as a worldly adversary. You're not a pussy like the rest of these freaking Fudu Sikhs. Like this freaking Mr. Singh and his bloody Shahidad and his real one Puddidas sucking the land of Fudu Fazs, asking them to stop, because they're pot barring their bond 24/7 on these Sikh shows. What you need to do is to come over. And when you do come over, like I said to you, you will be my bat. And see this bat, the Lachin, I will then use you to crack the nut, which is Fudu Fazs. Aja, Aja. The Raj Father has spoken. And what I'll say to you, we will wait and see if the Lachin accepts my offer. We'll see. But the Raj Father says one thing. The horse's head is coming. And for the first, that horse's head is to be chopped right in your bed. And when it's there, don't cry, bitch. Don't cry. The Raj Father has spoken. Okay, all right. Yeah. That's a genuine offer, though. Like, I don't think, whatever I think about the Lachin isn't a pussy. He's a freaking pain in the backside. He's fucking got a mouth like a freaking machine gun. He's knowledgeable as well. I do hate him though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, frenemies. I noticed that. But that offer's open, man. Come over, man. Aja. We're gonna grow the Raj army. You can have your own army if you want, but the Lachin army. Don't worry, but we can side together against a greater foe, which is the Fudu Fazs and their little minions, those little pussios. So yeah, I need to kind of go now. I stayed on for a bit longer because there were certain people. It took one. We saved Bangladesh. You do know that, don't you? The Sikhs army. Let me play it for you. The Sikh regiment was flown into Bangladesh, the Punjab regiments, to save Bangladesh. Here, let me read you a quote. Let me just read you a quote for something. While I do that, let me just and you got to stop begging, Sia. I thought you was better than that, man. I'm disappointed in you. You sound like a beg today, man. Where's your honor going? You're normally quite honorable in that way. As much as I think you're a lunatic, you normally got some izzat. What are you doing today? Like begging and begging and begging. Come on, man. You're better than that, aren't you? Or are you not? Maybe I was wrong. Who's that bloody thing? So the Punjab, they hate the Sikhs as well because we saved them from the East Pakistan or West Pakistan's atrocities, obviously. Let me just see tank bungalow. Where's my tank bungalow? I don't know why I always put that away. Tank bungalow. Oh, freaking it. I always do that, man. I don't know why I don't save it on my bloody thing, man. I'm trying to find tank bungalow. And I obviously, this is why they Fudu Fazs is upset with the Sikhs because Fudu Fazs wanted to stay with Pakistan. He was a Pakistani agent, from my understanding, or his ancestors were. And then what's happened is that because the Sikh Punjab regiments were flowing in to save them from the big bad genocidal Pakistani army, he's now freaking gone mental. He's now lost his freaking mind. And that ain't our fault. That the Sikh regiments, the Punjab regiments, are the highest decorated and the most formidable. Dude, I don't know where my tank bungalow's gone to, man. I can't be bothered. Okay, where is it? Tank bungalow. Oh, God's sakes. Do you know what? I need to leave, man. I need to leave. Let me just see who's in attack. Let me have a look. Look how many Sikh. Look at the Sikh army, man. Look at this Sikh army. Essing. Yeah, raindrop. Muhammad Malik is like one of my honorary ones. He's gonna get off. Avtar's in there. Concrete is another Sikh. K-Dips is another Sikh. Lucky Lichiana is a Sikh. Look at how we're growing. The Raj army is just growing and growing. They're scared. Darde hona. Darde hona. They're shitting themselves, man. The Raj army is formidable, man. You got Mani as well. Trilla is going to come over. Aja Trilla. You're going to be one of my generals as well, man. You're one of my generals. But this little foolfish, you got to stop crying, man. You got to stop crying, dude. Dude, have you ever spoken without crying? Oh, God. Yeah, is he... Do you know why? Do you know what the problem with you is here? You're looking from a low IQ moronic point of view. Sometimes when you're fighting a war, yeah, you need to know when you should fight your battles and when you don't. This is why the Lochin, I welcome you back. The Lochin was very smart. He knew that these shows are mocking Sikhs, so he's not going on there. This is what you call high IQ maneuvers. When you're saying we're playing chess, you're playing Connect 4. Only a dumbass, yeah, no offense, Trilla, but Trilla wasn't dumb. He was just naive, would jump on there. The only reason he jumped on there, he didn't understand the kind of history between everybody. So everybody that knew the history just don't jump on. Yeah? You see it as a weakness. We're winning. We're winning. Every time we don't go on the show, they're just going to have to talk between themselves. No one's listening. No one's listening. It doesn't make no difference to the world what they're talking about on there. There's like 40 viewers, 50 viewers, and some of them are a couple of Sikhs. There's literally nobody there. So you're not making no difference to the world. There's no difference to Sikh. There's no difference to nothing. All you're doing, yeah, is showing how one Sikh has effed you up the bund. For Dofas. One little Sikh, then the Sala. You've not been able to do nothing. You haven't shut me down. In fact, I'm stronger now than I've ever been. And that just proves how weak you are. That one Sikh here has managed to ruffle your feathers to such a point that you're literally doing whole sows and Sikhi for so far 3 weeks, and he's going to do another 2 weeks. That's why, yeah, it only takes one person. We don't believe in numbers. We believe in actual freaking when you got in your heart. But you got some troublesome Trilla as well, man. Forgot about you, man. Now, when it comes to Shiraj, you little bitch, yeah, can you stop coming onto my chats, yeah, talking in there, and can you just get my documentary made? Because with your documentary that you're going to get maybe 4 views on, I'm going to make a political platform and actually set up my own political party off the negativity of your platform. So hurry up, yeah. Now, to Mr. Singh, yeah, Mr. Singh is so upset, yeah, because Mr. K, yeah, has literally, but Marsh, he's not going on there no more. He said it earlier. You said it earlier. You said it. Don't worry, but Marsh. You actually, you can join Bud Marsh's army and then, or set your own army up. You know, we'll join forces like like the like in World War II where you had like the British, the Americans, and the thing. And then what we'll do is we'll crush Nazi Germany. Do you know who Nazi Germany is? Who's a fascist around here? Yeah. Not really. There is a lot of animosity because Fudu Fazs has shown to all the Sikhs here that they have no respect for Sikhs over the last couple of weeks. Now, before, all of these Puddidas here that used to go on his chat thought that they respected them. Now with Fudu Faz's channel, they have now known that Fazs and all of their channel doesn't have no respect for Sikhs. They may like individual Sikhs, but they don't actually respect Sikhs. And you can tell from the discussions they're having, the actual titles, the actual way they talk, and all that. No. Let me tell you something, Raindrop. Raj is the biggest pussy in this world, yeah. And I swear to God, the day he releases that the video of me is the day I'll crush him, because you have to put your name out there, bitch. And I'll make sure your employers, anybody that actually supported you, is gonna know that you're a cunt, yeah, and that you was the person that was threatening to break my legs in the park for jogging and stuff. And on top of that, you're very homophobic, anti-Semitic, and you're a thug. So what I'm going to do is make sure, put that freaking video out, yeah, about me, yeah, and I'll make sure your life will be ruined after, Kanjar. Don't think you can freaking run your mouth the way you've been doing, and then you're going to get Raindrop protecting you, yeah? Raindrop ain't going to protect you, yeah? You can advise me, but I say to Raindrop, yeah, I'm going to freaking deal with this little prick myself. And when I get hold of that guy, that little prick said he's going to meet me in the park and break my legs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, documentary. Yeah, he's making a documentary on me. Oh, Channel 4. Why don't you go? You're talking about Channel 4. Why don't you go to the BBC? If you're aiming high, you might as well go to the BBC. Why not go to the CNN? They would love to do a documentary about a fat little Sikh from East London with 1,000 views on his videos. I'm sure they'll want to watch it on CNN. There's not anything better going on. There's not like wars in the world, or I don't know, coronavirus, or I don't know, wars in Yemen and all that, or starvation around. No, they want to watch a documentary about me. Yeah, they're going to take all that time slot out, 1 hour, to do a documentary about me. Yes. These guys are totally thinking. Let's end the show now with a great kind of ending. You know what, yeah, I have to say, yeah, sometimes I regret the day, sometimes in your past, yeah, you regret kind of doing things. Yeah. One thing I regret now, yeah, is not giving Kay a chance, yeah, because by me actually kind of like, saying no to her that day when she went for Ishta, tried to come to my, get married to me. Raindrop, he's a little cunt, man. One of the biggest cunts. I'm not telling you to be polite with, but he's a pussy out of the highest order, man. He's a pussy out of the highest order. Look at this guy. I'm a good director. I can turn shit into gold. Not that you're shit, but let me tell you something. I'm going to advise you, yeah, Raj. You're the worst documentary maker. Let me explain why you're the worst documentary maker. Because I've had a documentary made about me, yeah. And one of the things was this. When they were making a documentary, they made me feel like I was somebody special, yeah, during that time. Because you know what you do? If you make your people that you're interviewing feel comfortable, what happens? You can get stuff out of them. This is why Louis Theroux, when he's doing his documentaries, he will pretend to be very pally with them, and then he will turn the screw after. What you do, you little bitch, because you're so unprofessional and an amateur, is you tell people you're going to break their legs and stuff, and that I'm a Nazi and a racist before you even done the interview. How can you do an impartial interview if I already know you're trying to do a hatchet job on me? Yeah? Yeah, look, let me explain what happened, yeah. When I was 23, yeah, when I was a young boy, yeah, obviously I haven't always looked like the way I do, obviously. When I was younger, I was quite a smart looking dude, man. I was all right when I've lost the weight. And so basically, when I graduated, have a look at the Raj when he was 22. Outside the club. Yeah, outside the club. I was like 22, 23 when I graduated. Yeah. And so when I graduated, I had to, what they do is my family was like, oh, you need to get married soon and all that. So one day they made me, like one of the times they made me go and visit this girl at a house, yeah. And she was from Birmingham, yeah. I don't know, I can't remember the name or anything, but she was from Birmingham, yeah. So I was like a 23-year-old young guy. I went in there, yeah, and so when I went to the house, yeah, there was this girl sitting there like this, yeah, in a room. So I had to, like, the family was in one room, and there was a girl sitting there like this, yeah, like this. So I was like, all right, let me go in there, yeah, and let me just see, because maybe she was a nice girl. So I went in there, and I remember walking in, she was like this, and she went, hiya, yeah, my name's Raj, will you marry me? Raj! And then I legged it, yeah? Because obviously I knew straight away that this person's a freaking lunatic. So I legged that. I told my mom, look, man, this ain't going to happen, yeah? So I went. And then what I've realized now, I reckon that was Kay 21 years ago, 20 plus years ago. And what's happened after that, because I rejected her, because she's an ugly ass little Jalil, who stank, yeah? She stank as well. Stank of freaking poo. I then rejected her, and then what happened? She went mad. Yeah, she started telling everyone that I was gay. That's why I rejected her. But she stank of piss, yeah, and stank of freaking poo, and she stank of freaking curry as well. That's the worst thing about it. I was even about to be racist. I said, "How much curry you ate today?" And she was like, what you talking about? I ate curry. I've been eating aloo gobi. Yeah. So what happened is that I then rejected her. I said, no. She went mental, telling everyone I'm gay. There's no way he could say no to me. Look at my face. I look like a goblin. Raj must love me. Raj must love me. Raj must love me. Oh my God, I stink like poo. Why doesn't he love me? Yeah. So obviously I said, no, I don't want a big fat troll that looks like a goblin who stinks of piss and shit. Yeah. What then happened is that for 25 years, she's been telling everyone Raj is gay. Oh, there's no way that Raj could, not love this dirty, stinky, goddamn poo-ridden woman. Like, I look like freaking Jabba the Hutt, but why don't you love me? And so she said that reason why I rejected her is because I'm gay. Yeah, Raj must be gay. There's no way he could, not find me attractive. Yeah, so every man that's rejected her now, yeah, because she's an ugly goddamn cherry that stinks of piss and shit, is now gay. Everyone's gay. Everyone's gay. Yeah, so it's her. I know it's her. That's why she's gone mental. That's why when she jumps online, she does this. She just stinks like fish and curry, man. Disgusting. Like, I don't want to freaking wake up in the morning and I got somebody that smells like a freaking goddamn pile of turd. So here's what she started saying. When I was in the room, yeah, she started doing this as well. Look. Like, instead of this, she said it with my name. Listen.
You ready?
Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
Where's
Tell me,
Shan
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
Where's
Tell me,
Shan
why are you lying? Why are you spying?
Where's
Tell
Shan
me,
gone?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
You ready?
Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Tell
Where's
me,
Shan gone?
why are you lying? Why are you spying?
This is what I have to see. And
Let me lick you up and down.
That's what she looked like.
Till you say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
Where's
Run me,
Shango?
why are you lying? Why are you spying?
Where's
Run me,
Shango?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
You ready?
Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
Where's
Run me,
Shango?
why are you lying? Why are you spying? Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
Amazing voice though. Can you imagine? Like, this is what I actually, this is actually what I, you know, I missed. This is what I could have got if I said yes to that goodie 25 years ago. Obviously, I probably would have been dead because I can't imagine her living with anyone apart from killing them and putting them in a freaking basement somewhere and saying that they ran off because they're gay. So obviously, let's have a listen a bit more to her because, you know, she's got a love.
She's you want Sikhs to rip fucking crown apart. Is that what you fucking want?
Oh, what a lovely woman.
Hey, why is A in the chat saying let's rip Sikh apart? Who the fuck does she think she is? You want Sikhs to rip fucking crown apart. Is that what you fucking want?
Man, that's
No,
wrong, man.
don't
Yo,
make me
yo.
fucking angry because if you want Sikhs to attack Muslims, we fucking will, yeah? If that's what you fucking want, you want us to attack the Quran.
Look at your rage.
Don't be fucking angry because if you want Sikhs to attack Muslims, we fucking will, yeah? If that's what
Oh, yeah, I want to build community relationships. Like, if you gay attack Sikh, I want to rip your Quran, I'm going to freaking make it kill you. Like, she's the extremist, yeah? She's the extremist. Like, as soon as someone said something, she went mental. I've never said I'm going to rip someone's religious books or attack people because of their faith. She has. So everybody supporting her, you can support her as much as you want. But actually, it needs to be in a mental home, like where she belongs. Because I heard most of her adult life here has been in a straitjacket, which she deserves. Yeah, she doesn't deserve to be walking the streets with a freaking voice like that. Imagine a bloody serving you in a serving you samosa. Oh, can I have a samosa? Samosa! Oh, what type of samosa do you want? You effing panchod? Panchod and machoda? What kind of samosa? Soya? Could you imagine that? Yeah, you're just going to a freaking Indian shop and she's freaking serving you. Bloody hell, man. Like, these type of people shouldn't be walking around the streets, man. Anyway, I need to definitely leave now. Like I said, it's done. Almost. I just need to kind of tweak it a bit. I'm going back to destroying now. Going back to destroying. And look, they're so jealous of the Raj, though. I don't blame them. Look how jealous they are. Look how jealous they are, man. Look how jealous they are. And do you know what, yeah? Mr. Singh, you're one of the other account holders, yeah? Because I know you. Do you know why I know? Because Kay talks in a particular way, yeah. This Mr. Singh talks in a particular way. This one is a little bit more reasonable, yeah. So whoever this little pudida is, he's not the other Kay, he's not the other Mr. Singh, because this one does a bit more kind of like, because I remember there's like 3 of them, yeah, or 4. I've been told by books. One of them is Kay. The other 2 or 3 are some Fudos from Birmingham, yeah. Probably, I don't know, sitting in their basement naked watching me, yeah. This is one of them. The Mrs. K, yeah, or K, speaks in a totally different way. She will always call Raindrop piss drop. She will always go on about Raj, the Ugandan, this, Ugandan, this. The other day they were calling me a Chura, yeah. They were mocking. I was saying Raj or Chura Chamar and all this. Let me say to you, as Sikhs, yeah, I'm a Chura, and what? Am I any less than you now because I'm from a particular background? Am I any less of a Sikh because you say I'm a Chura, which is like a so-called lower caste? Am I? Because Mr. Singh thinks that. They've been writing I'm a Chamara or Chura, whatever you call it, saying that I'm a low caste Sikh. Okay, you believe that, yeah, you're not a Sikh no more. 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 Because if you believe just because you're of a particular caste that you're better than another man, you're no longer a Sikh, yeah? And I'm sick and tired of these puddidas thinking, yeah, oh, just because you're a particular caste that you're better than other Sikhs, yeah? I've seen stuff, yeah? I've seen stuff. I'm not nothing. I'm a Sikh. I'm not a Tarkan, I'm not a Jat, I'm not a Chamar, I'm not a Patra, I'm a Sikh. Yeah? You could think what I am, I don't care. You can say I'm a Tarkan, you can say I'm a whatever, you can say I'm a Chamar, I'm a this. I don't care. Yeah, let me say something to you. The Gurdwara that call themselves Ramgarhia, Singhs, what I don't know, Singh Sabha, or the ones that are part of the Gurdwara, or this, like they need to stop doing that stuff. Yeah, in my area, the matter of Ramgarhia Gurdwaras is a disgrace. It's a disgrace naming a Gurdwara after Ramgarhia, which is a caste. So for me, I've banned all that. Yeah, when I see Sikhs here thinking they're better because they're of a particular caste, to me, yeah, that is it. Yeah, Raj is a Sikh. End of, man. End of. You could think whatever I am. If I say, when people come up to me and say what caste I'm, I said, does it matter? Like, what difference does it make? Like, I haven't answered what caste my family is born in for 20 years. The reason I don't answer it is because I learned from one of my best mates here, who was from a so-called lower caste, and so-called Sikhs, yeah, were treating him like shit. They had to have their own Gurdwara. Yeah, there's a Gurdwara in Bow, yeah, which is a Patra Gurdwara. Why do they have to have their own Gurdwara? Because the other temples, and this is a criticism of Sikhs here, especially in my area, the Gurdwara are run by committees according to caste and stuff. Yeah, obviously the caste isn't like Hindu caste where you're born into a particular thing and you can't get out of it. It's more to do with marriage and maybe when people run the Gurdwara. So this the thing, yeah. When it comes to my area, there's a lot of Ramgarhia. Kind of like Gurdwara, Ramgarhia, Singh, whatever. Yeah, it's Ramgarhia Gurdwara in my area. Yeah, and it's disgraceful. Yeah, I wish they'd take those freaking names down. Yeah, it's out of order. So anybody out there who thinks they're better than somebody else because they happen to be a Jatta or a Khan or a Jama or whatever, and they think they're better than another Sikh because of that, you're not a Sikh no more, in my opinion, man. Being born in a particular caste, yeah, is nothing. So for me, if someone says to me, "Oh, Raj, you're Chamar," and I'm a Chamar, so what? What difference does it make? You're going to see me less? Someone says I'm a different caste, so it shows your character. It shows you're not a practicing Sikh. You're not going by the basics of what Sikhism is about. We shouldn't be having any kind of caste and stuff like this. But for some reason, the Punjabi culture is still infiltrating the Sikh community, and we will do a show on that. In fact, I need to do a show on that actually, because obviously I've spoken about it now, about how caste is still so ingrained in the Punjabi culture. Remember, it's not Sikhism. The Sikhism and Punjabi culture are two separate things. Yeah. So obviously the Punjabi culture has the caste, which is a hang-up of obviously India, about people being born into a particular caste, and some people think they're higher than other people because they're from a particular class. Like I said, I've seen with my own eyes where people have to set up their own Gurdwara because other Gurdwara won't let them get into the committee, won't let them do this, won't let them do that because they're of a particular so-called lower caste. Yeah, disgraceful situation. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, now look at this, Mani Sindha. Yeah, but Mani Sindha, you don't claim to be a Sikh, a practicing Sikh. You've never come across saying, "Oh, I'm a Sikh here," like like your thing. You've obviously made your points that you don't really see yourself as a Sikh in that particular way. You're not fully Sikh. So for you, if you want to say you're a Jat, there's no problem. But when you have pussy Sikhs, that talk about that they're Sikhs, and then they're saying they're better than another man because they're a Jat or a Khan or whatever. Those are the people I'm aiming this at. Yeah, it's a disgusting mindset that needs to be totally taken out. Yeah, totally taken out. Mr. Singh, Aja, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Jump on, bitch. I know K. This is not K though. This is another one of the other account holders. They've got so little tatte that they don't even let the men jump on. They let their freaking charail of a woman, one of the charail women, jump on, Because let me tell you something. Kay, she phoned me, I think 3 times at 4 a.m. in the morning. Now I know it's her because you even said she phoned my phone. I didn't know it was her at the time, obviously because I've never heard her. So this is how crazy these guys are. They send their females, their women, to do the dirty work. Darde. They can't even jump on and talk. This is how much of a bitch they are. It's unbelievable, man. We know Mr. Singh 100%. K is part of Mr. Singh. Boops has told me. Boops, your cousin, your so-called cousin, who says you're not his cousin, has told me categorically that what? That they are what? They're 4 members under the Mr. Singh account. One of them is a woman, a so-called woman, yeah? And the other 3 are pussy-o, so-called kind of like shearers who think they're shearers, but they're using the women to jump on, but they can't do shit. They can't do nothing, yeah? They just sit there. I've been Birmingham how many times? Remember they said I can't go Birmingham? Let's have a look. Because while you're here, let's go through. Because remember when you said, Raj can't go to Birmingham, Raj can't go to Birmingham. Let's have a look. Let's see there. Have a look. Remember you run Birmingham and you said I can't go there. I'm going again soon anyway. Once the lockdown's down, yeah? So have a look. Where is it? There it is. Here you go. You know, where they said you can't go Birmingham. I even gave Mr. I'll big up to thingy, Trilla-Nator, yeah. I even gave these guys the exact location I'm going to be in. And guess what? Nothing. I told them I'm going to be in Birmingham Library on the, I can't remember what day it was though, but I told them the exact date and time. And guess what? Look, this is in Birmingham. Look. Good luck.
In a car, it takes like 3.5, 4 hours from London to Birmingham. But here, by train, it takes an hour and 40 minutes. 2 minutes.
All right, so you're saying if only I was brave offline. Look, where am I? Where am I going?
It's just
okay, so obviously a day been like 40 minutes, so it was a train delay, so I missed my original train. Then luckily I got onto the second one. I missed it by literally 30 seconds because the central line had a problem. So yeah, same old. Gonna walk about a bit. Cut my visit short by obviously a day because I've got to go Speaker's Corner tomorrow. But, yeah, you can see I'm in Birmingham. That's the one thing I find kind of strange. Library. Birmingham. Obviously, I don't want to record the artist or the print. Birmingham Library. I told you where I was. So, obviously, as you can see, you have the Odassis, which is the travels of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and I'm trying to encapsulate the 4 travels. And this actually matched quite well at the top. You got that one traveling as well, and that matches to that. So obviously, I reckon Mr. Singh was one of these people that was sitting on these chairs, yeah, like literally just sitting there. Because I remember there was one Sikh guy that was giving me the mean eye, yeah, and I even said Sasri Kal to him, but he didn't say Sasri Kal back. And I was like, I think you're freaking part of Mr. Singh's crew, man. He was just sitting there like for 2 hours, yeah. And I was like, all right, he's got to be. So look, even at night time, I was walking around Kalla by myself. Look, yeah, because I had to wait for the train. Nothing. I went to the Gurdwara. Went to the Gurdwara as well. Had some langar and stuff. This is what we call it. Testing. No one can appreciate. Yeah. Yeah, oh, it is. It's the bloody lie. Yeah, what are you talking about, Shabash? You're not going and say, yeah? Yeah, look at this. I went again prior to that, yeah? Kalla as well. Look at that. Look at this. Raj goes to Birmingham. Here's another one. Look. Oh, which one is it? Oh, no, it's the 550th. I went there twice, man. I stayed at least 3 days. These guys, man, are all internet gangsters, man. We'll sneak out a sucker there, man. They're pussies in real life. Real life puddidas, man. I was there for 2 days this time. This one, in November. Look, again, your end. You said, look. Now Monday. Got to stay the night. Can't say why. Got something to sort out. Family issues. Yeah, one. Yeah, because I was supposed to from there. So let's see how look what Birmingham's up. Yeah, walking about everywhere. That's like a seagull. Yeah? I thought it was in the Gurdwara. Yeah, I told you where I was going to. The Gurdwara in Birmingham. Where was you? No, I'm good here. No. Come on, man. Come on, man. Use your common sense, man. Why would you do that? This is why sometimes, you know,
like if you use the name Ramgariya, you're basically reinforcing a form of caste. And today's the 550th of Guru Nanak gave you, and he was against caste. This ain't the only one. There's loads in London, in my ink. There's loads over in what is it called? See, so I was here all day, yeah, for 8 hours, yeah. And they got it done. Where was you? Where was you? Where was you guys? Where was you? Where was you? I was in Birmingham, your end. You said I can't go there. I went by myself. Did nothing. Twice. Nothing. I'm going back again. I'll give you the exact location. And let's see what you can do. I'm going to go Kalla by myself again. Let's see what you can do. No, I'm... Oh, cute. Cute, I'm not walking around scared. Look how many Sikhs are here. Look, is anyone going for me? Basically, I know. Is the thing. Obviously, I don't want to say too much. I was even here for like what? People recognize me here as well. I do black and white artwork. Yes, I do black and white artwork.
Oh my God, buddy, I know your picture.
Yeah, I do. I'm Pentacular Art. See, people say we don't know who I am. As soon as I show my artwork, oh, it's you. It's you. So, you know, most people don't know who I am until I show the artwork here. So, look. It's only the kids that have. Oh, can I hold it?
Yeah, you can hold it.
Do you mind just holding that for a second? See, I'm one of the only people that was allowed to hold the gun yet. The Rajs that I've got in my... yeah. This is like a 300-year-old gun that the Sikh... Look at the Raj father. The lady had the camera there.
Oh my God.
Yes, I think
I think you should do it. This one. Do it. I think you should do it. It's like... Yeah, it's hard to do it.
Yeah, you guys can't hold the guns. Yeah, you guys can't hold the guns. You guys can't hold the guns. I'm allowed to hold the guns. Why? Why? Because people know my artwork. That's why. As soon as I show my artwork, they allow me to hold the guns. The same with the Maharaja Ranjit Singh Baja, the Leap Singh's shotgun that I've got in my avatar. Yeah, that's a real gun. You lot can't hold it. I can. Where was you? I was there for 2 days. Aryan invasion theory. You say you run Birmingham, Fudu. What do you run? You say you run Birmingham, yeah? You say you run Birmingham. Listen there, you pussy-o, you freaking pussy-o. Let me show you the video of me going to the park as well, you little Fudu. While I'm here, might as well troll them a bit, yeah, because the whole degenerates are here right now, so I might as well stay on for another 5 minutes. Because these guys here think, oh, Raj is gonna come down to the park and we're gonna break his legs, rah, rah. All right, so I said I'm gonna be down the park. I told you I'm coming down to the park. Look, you get that. Nothing. Didn't even turn up, you little bitch. Little bitch. Let me see that video. Because obviously, you know, you have to just call these guys out because all of these guys think they're freaking proper gangsters and stuff. As soon as you put it into real life, yeah, dirty comes out straight. And I'm not even freaking anything to be scared of. But, you know, the difference between me, yeah, I'm a real person. You're not. You're an avatar, bitch. Yeah, you're using women to fight your freaking dirty battles. You can't even do yourself. Where is that freaking thing in my... let me just play this while I do this. Where's that one again? Oh, no, here it is. Have a look. And it's a lot. Oh, yeah, going home now. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss the fireworks, but I've got to hit the... I've got to hit my train journey. So it's quite packed now. They're just about to start the fireworks, so you're starting going, "Ba-dong, ba-dong." So I've got to get my train for 9 o'clock, 9:15. That's the problem. I've got to get there. And here's a good dollar. So it's pretty late. Yeah, like I said, man. No issues here. I've been in Birmingham for 2 days. Nothing. And I got recognised a few times. Nothing. Everyone's like what you're doing, man. Big up, big up. That's it. There's really nothing. It's the problem that people, man. Oh, you're my best mate to say I hate you. I don't want to be negative to you. Shit. Good night, David's birthday, so let's do it. But this always happens to me. Whenever I go places, I don't get no heat. I don't know if people are too worried to come up to me, or whether I don't know. There's a lot of people that seem to be internet gangbangers. Chat a lot of.
This video still applies today. This is from what? November 26, 2019. We're in January, February, March 2021. Still, these pussies can't do shit.
Gangsters chat a lot of rubbish. Nothing happens. When I go down to Birmingham. So yeah, it was a good day overall. To be honest with you, I'm kind of bad with names. So if I got the person that organised it, I know her very well. It's only when I met her here, I was like, oh my god, it's you. So I met a really great other artist as well. So he's really amazing. He's from down London. That's a good contact. And I've just got something else from today as well. So I can't announce it yet, but it's quite
have a look.
And stuff.
Allah.
Well, which is in the
This is like 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, yeah? So like I said, man, these guys, man, these guys. Dude, the first resort he had to me, he said, if I'm going to meet you in the park, I'm going to break your legs, yeah? And it's like, all right, you want to interview me, but you want to break my legs. Come on, Fudu. You think you're going to freaking be able to talk to me like that, you little prick? You think I'm ever going to go on your dirty little freaking interview? Put it out there, and I'll use it to become a politician. I'll tell you straight now. The more publicity you get for it, the more I'll actually milk it. Because let me tell you something, man. Even bad publicity, you can turn it into positives, man. I can tell you that straight now. So come on, Fudu. Where's that freaking video? So yeah, I went to bloody the park as well. And that little pussy, I wasn't there either. Another internet gangster. Can't do shit. Yeah, like I said to you, Fudos, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't do nothing. And the thing is, Raj is training now as well, man. I'm actually in good shape now. Don't get turned on, Kay. Kay, don't get turned on. I know you love the Raj. Look how thin I've gone. Literally gone. I think I might be nearly 12 stone now. You see, my face has gone thinner as well. So I'm gonna start. I didn't train for a week, obviously, because I want to lose a bit of weight. But I'm gonna go back to training. Anyway, man. Like I said, big up to everybody. Apart from the pussios known as Mr. Singh, who is a bitch. He uses women, a drunken, section 4 times, jilted little Jalil. Yeah, he looks like a freaking goblin and stinks like piss. Yeah, big up Sunny. Oh, Sunny, I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm so sorry, man. I have to freaking more post your dog thing. Sorry, dude, man. I know I'm taking the piss, man. Do you know what happened here? I had to order these just so that people know it's true. This has literally come today, yeah, which is these hardback, because I didn't have anything to send it in, so I literally ordered it. So I should be sending it on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I don't know which particular day. Yeah. So I've lost quite a lot of weight actually. I'm actually down to nearly 12 stone, which is a good weight for me to be. So when I'm actually training now, I can actually move about a bit more, because before the weight was restricting me, restricting me. Yeah, lean mean. Yeah, I want to try and keep my weight to this particular weight for a long time now. And what I'll do is train, and whenever I'm gaining weight, I'm going to try and exercise it off rather than diet it off. And, big up to everybody. Like I said to the Sikhs out there, the Raj army is growing. Yeah, The more Fudu Fazs shows his true colors, the more people are coming over here. Like I said, yeah, to the Sikhs out there that don't like me, come over. The Lodgen, there's a space for you here. But to Mr. Singh, the Fudu, to Shai Raj, that little pussy-o, to Real One, that little cunt who said that my cousin was a slag when she was groomed, and he said he's going to cut my hair off. You three will never get into the Raj army. All you're ever going to be in the Raj army is somebody that cleans my boots. Yeah. So don't come running to me when you want me, because at the end of the day, yeah, you guys are bitches, and the Raj army don't need you for those. Yeah. Die in your rage, bitches. Anyway, I'm off.